actually.
All right,
Wait
so
a minute, what happened to all our beautiful drawings?
I cleared them.
Oh yeah.
I clear them after every week.
Aw. Do
Hey,
you always take screenshots?
no.
I mean, there's a video of it.
Yes, there is video recaps of these things, so you can indeed see them. But
I might have forgot for like 5 seconds.
but for future, be sure to, take screenshots and stuff, because I do clear the board after every session, just to keep it all nice and clean, and so that you can draw more stuff. Anyway, so
Like this.
so I think we're all ready to go then.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So if that's the case, I'll just refresh that one. Our band of adventurers had recently departed from the city of Exeter to assist in their allies' plight. Gregory Rona, the third patriarch of the Rona family, had been risen once more as a revenant, and now has been tasked with something in the bone swamps north of Exeter. You all decided to travel with him despite the dangers that may be so. Along the way, you were attacked several times by the various wildlife, with your horses very nearly succumbing, but with a bit of luck, you were able to get them together. Eventually, you all arrived at the Bone Swamps, where, as you attempted to cross a large body of water, you were set upon by several alligators, and in the melee, one of your party members, Evelyn, fell. After burying Evelyn in a specific area, you decided to head back towards the small patch of woodland where you had placed your horses and cart. It's here where we return back to us all. So, is there anything that you want to do as you're heading back towards the where your horse and cart is?
We just finished the recap.
Yes.
Okay. I remember what happened last session. I kept getting distracted by my mom just getting ready to leave.
So is there anything that you guys are going to do on the walk there, or are you just heading straight there?
I think that we just head straight there, honestly.
Yeah, no talking.
Okay.
Alright, so you all walk back in silence. Takes you a little bit, and by the time you head back to the patch of woods, the sun is beginning to set. I'd like everyone to make a perception check if they could.
Okay.
Perception?
Oh.
We're looking for a rogue.
Still have that, but okay.
Where's my chat?
There are secretly other crocodiles.
Hey, lovely. Not
So suddenly the spirits of the crocodiles coalesce around you now.
Oh god.
Okay, that's Gregory's roll. As you approach the small bit of woodland, Gregory, holds his arm out to have you all stop. Delson and Gratian, you both hear the sound of the wood of your carts creaking, as if somebody is moving about on it.
What the fuck now? Really bad timing. I'm actually going to just take out my rapier and dagger. Just approach the cart.
Gregory unsheaths
obviously-
his greatsword and just begins to creep forward slowly.
It's obviously a dwarven rogue. They're the stealthiest of rogues.
No, you're thinking of a Minotaur rogue.
Oh yeah. The dwarves learned from the minotaurs.
Exactly.
As you slowly step forward into this little clearing in the woodland, you can see a figure kind of just rummaging about on the stuff that is in the cart. Anna, go ahead and describe what they see.
Wow.
So you guys see a purple tiefling with multiple rows of flowers just scattered about her horns and along her head in a flower crown formation. She has a little leather jacket with fur on the inside, a quiver of arrows hanging off of her hip with a few ragtag bits of fabric, and she's cursing to herself, just tossing things off the cart. This is bad. No. This is nothing.
Yeah, the only
No.
thing that you're basically finding on that cart is horse feed.
I'm stealing apples.
I
Alright.
choose to throw my dagger at her, just out of
There
anger.
might be some apple chunks.
Roll an attack then.
I'm not trying to hit her, but actually scare her.
Oh,
Roll
boy.
an attack, either way.
Rolling that one. You throw it in her neck.
No, because I'm basically saying to see in his anger if he's
Fucking hell.
13. What's your armor class, Fortune?
It is 12.
Roll damage.
Seriously?
Yes. I'm a rogue. I'm not very hard to hit.
Fast? You're not very fast where you have a dexterity.
Well, she's a level 4 rogue. Alright, go ahead and roll
Yeah,
damage, Delson. I know you said you were avoiding it, but obviously in your anger, you're not really having much restraint.
God damn it.
Okay,
Oh, come on!
so Fortune, you take 7 points of piercing damage.
It's maximum damage. Right?
As you reach out to another sack, your arm is pushed forward, and as you look on your basically on the underside of your arm, there is now a dagger buried in it.
I'm just gonna run away at this point. Off the cart, into the trees.
All right, let me just quickly.
I guess I could cast Ray of Frost at her.
We're gonna kill Anna's character before the fucking.
That would be glorious for its own way.
Oh, please don't.
Okay,
I
let's
just finished
stop.
the art of her.
Okay, let's just stop, guys.
Amazing.
But
Oh no,
was
I'm
it
chasing after her.
Oh god,
okay?
yes,
Oh, I missed badly.
Okay. If that's the case, Fortune. Yeah, screw it. Gregory's gonna get in on this as well. So Trofnar,
Hello.
Nemesis, and Fortune, I need you to make athletics checks.
I would be delighted to.
Wait, you said what checks? Athletics?
Athletics, because they're
Bollocks.
trying to chase after you.
There we go.
She has no modifiers.
Alright. In a
Athletics.
surprising display of speed, Fortune, you watch as this large human in chainmail just like bounds forward and catches up to you. Nemesis, what are you gonna do?
So, like,
I'm gonna
full
pin her
tackle.
to the ground.
Okay, make a strength check. Fortune, athletics, or acrobatics.
Do a suplex.
Okay.
All right, you're able to slip. She's able to slip out of your grasp, Nemesis, but you're still alongside her.
Okay. I am going to use my command spell and tell her to halt.
All right, what saving throw is that?
That is a wisdom saving throw.
All right, Fortune, make that saving throw. Oh!
Yeah, that's
Does
not doing
not
anything.
make it.
Wolverine.
Clearly does not make it.
So you just hear this
I
this
think it's
humanoid tell you to stop, and you seem complied to, and you just kind of gradually come to a halt. You're trying to move, but your legs aren't responding to you. They're just staying still.
Oh, this isn't going according to plan.
Plan was there.
I am going to grab her by her collar I'm
chop
going
off
to
one of her hands.
I'm going to go. Who are you? What do you think you're doing?
My name is Fortune. I'm trying to find some food. What are you doing here?
Let's ask the bard to tell her tale in epic opening form.
Asking for food? I don't trust her.
You.
Everyone,
Pizza.
everyone knows tieflings don't eat.
Oh my god. What are you doing in the bone swamps?
Well, I mean, I saw some horses. I was just going past. Figured there's gotta be some food there.
You didn't think that it belonged to other people?
Well, I mean, that's not really my problem if the horses are just left out there with the cart.
I'm going to drag her back to camp.
All right.
To the
Can I
group.
keep the dagger from my arm and just put it in my pocket?
Sure.
That's quite funny.
If
Yeah,
they don't stop you, that is. Unless you're trying to do it sneakily.
Sneakily.
Slight hand check.
Okay, do I have to make perception for that?
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh. Roll again?
No, because technically Fortune Sleight of Hand sets the DC for it. So you spot. It's just like
Oh, okay.
very slight, but you notice that the dagger that was in her arm is no longer in her arm.
Okay.
Do I spot her taking the dagger out of her arm?
Make a perception check.
I would love to.
Ooh.
Actually, your guys' passive perception would. I need to actually. Let me load up this. Your passive perception is. Yeah, you would have seen it.
Perception.
Yeah, your passive perception. You guys saw her, like, take
Yeah,
the
I
dagger
noticed
out and stick it in. It wasn't very subtle.
Right.
I mean, it does take a bit of effort to dig at a dagger out of your arm.
That's pretty badass, actually.
I believe that she still can't use her legs unless she wants to make another try a wisdom save. I am going to search her pockets and her bags.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Wait, who's looking after her?
Well, I'm with her right now.
Yeah.
Looking
Okay.
at the person who's searching her.
I'm basically like the person at the airport that pats her down.
You have
Um.
one of those handheld scanners.
So
And thus,
you find
the
a
character Also,
bloody.
it's animated.
So you find a bloody dagger. Just using the light hand for that one. So you find the bloody dagger that Delson had thrown. But you just, because you're trying to make sure that she doesn't go anywhere, you're not able to get a good search onto her.
Alright, I will toss the dagger back to Delson.
I will just take it and grumble.
Just make a nasty lie. That was my great grandpappy's dagger that passed on for generations.
It's too late now.
I know.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah. That bag of gold Mark Trophenol's a family heirloom. How dare you?
Well, anything's an heirloom. You're so old. Like, stuff that you guys as a kid are is now an heirloom.
Yeah, basically. Yeah,
So-
yeah.
Alright, so
yeah, you guys basically go like, this is an Atlas family heirloom. It's over 100 years old. Let's go. That's cute.
So, Fortune, go ahead and make another wisdom saving throw to see if you can shake off the effects of command.
Cute.
Nope.
no.
So her legs are just rigid, so you have to literally drag her back.
Lucky 7.
Yep.
We are getting so many 7s.
At least it's not a 6.
So I'm gonna drag her back to camp. And well, I caught her. I didn't exactly have a plan.
I'm just gonna, like, twist around and wave hi to everybody.
I casually waves back
Normally-
as well. She doesn't care as
Normally-
much.
Normally I wouldn't mind this, but right now I'm not in the best frame of mind.
None of us are. Pick yourself up. Alright. Going to... I guess... I'm going to interrogate Fortune.
All right. As you do this, Gregory just reaches into his pack and pulls out some rope and begins to essentially tie her.
Yep.
Hey, Nemesis, do you want to play? Do you want to do good cop, psychopathic cop?
I really
You
don't
mean good
care
cop,
for
Majima
your game.
cop?
I just want answers.
Don't you mean
Like-
good guard, bad guard?
You don't get it.
You're all the bane of my existence.
Oh, it's that bit in Black Books.
Why exactly are you here? Why are you passing through?
Well, I don't have to tell you anything.
I can certainly make you.
Is that an intimidation check? Hold on.
About to say. Tom,
Yeah. What?
is that an intimidation check?
I thought you were referring to like a spell. That's a thing. Intimidation, persuasion checks with this kind of stuff is something I'm not really for. I'll say go ahead, I guess.
I mean,
Intimidation because she's like 3 times your size.
we can make up our own DCs, because...
Yeah, I would say make the rolls, but it's down to the player. I'm gonna trust you guys on deciding what the DC is. So, yeah, basically, it's down to if
Fair
Anna
enough.
believes
I'm
that
pretty sure we
Fortune
all
is
know
met the
that
DC.
9... Pretty sure we all know 5 doesn't work, but 20 usually does.
Yeah. That's it. It's more down to the player on what the result of the roll is, if they're intimidated or not, I would say.
I start talking, but I'm talking in Infernal.
Okay. Does anybody speak Infernal?
I thought one of us did, actually.
I speak Infernal.
Really?
Hey,
We actually have a quite a varied language spread.
we do.
Yup.
Yep. Okay.
I'm just gonna call her a bitch in Celestial.
Okay. All right. So, Anna, you can either just privately say to Delson what you're saying, or you can say what you are saying just in Infernal, since Delson can understand you because he does know Infernal.
Probably simpler just to say it out loud.
I'll just whisper him,
Okay, go ahead and whisper.
and I'll send it to you too.
All right.
Yeah.
While she does that, I guess we'll continue with the other stuff. At this point, Gregory speaks up. Whatever it is that we're going to do, we can't exactly leave her here.
Well, like, it's easy to.
I mean, we could just scare her out. Of course, there's no guarantee that she wouldn't come back.
That's my thoughts.
I'll just look her over, see what this gives me.
Insight.
Crap. Okay.
You have no
I get
idea.
nothing. I get nothing.
Well then.
I was just looking over, it's like, whatever. I don't know anything.
Alrighty, and that looks like the whisper is done.
I'm just going to shake my head.
Anything particularly interesting, Delson?
Apparently they're literally just here searching for food.
Who
I don't
would
know
just
why they
search in the bone swamps for food? Can I make an insight check on that?
Sure.
Exactly.
Oh, food and sleep.
I know nothing, Jon Snow.
You know nothing, Nemesis
Jon
Fallow.
Snow.
God, just
Apparently, it's both food and sleep. So my guess is that she probably lives here or something.
I guess I could
Do you
Do it.
Do you live here?
Who would choose to live here?
I just point to a tree that's about maybe 20 feet away. Usually stay over there.
Is there like a camp there?
make a
It's just a tree.
make a perception check.
Okay, I'll make a perception check.
20.
Okay.
You
Okay.
just see a tree.
Just like she says. Okay. I guess I could.
Gonna kick her in frustration.
Oh my.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack to
Roll
see
an
if you
attack.
deal a point of damage to her.
That's just a
I swear, if
d20.
she dies in this
Yeah.
session.
That'd be hilarious. It would be hilarious in a weird way.
That
Oh
hit.
my God.
Okay, so Fortune takes what's your strength modifier, Nemesis?
3.
So
So
you
that'd be
take
like 4 points.
4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, done.
Jeez.
We're gonna kill
She's
her,
looking a
aren't we?
little rough here, you guys.
I guess I could try to chat with her.
We're just gonna murder her.
Yeah.
At
Wait, I'm at
this
least-
at this point, Gregory speaks up. That's enough. Too much death today.
Thanks, pale guy.
Can I go
I'll just
check?
kind of
I think I'll
huff
try chatting.
and take the bird like off a ways, just away from the group.
I think I would try to talk, I guess. Being the probably one of the least intimidating and nice looking people as of the group who hasn't heard her yet. So are you really actually here for like looking for food? Do you actually live here in these swamps for some reason?
Yes, I actually do. It's not that hard. Just stay in the trees, stay away from the water.
Look, why don't you like just go to a nearby town? You look equipped, not look like you'd have to live here. You don't really
Ew.
seem like a ranger, for example. Like the
Yeah,
the-
but that means I have to be around other people. That's kind of annoying.
I suppose that could be a thing. I think so many people are just miscellaneous liars in degree. Can't always trust them. But are you really that
I
afraid of
know.
other people? Are you
Some
really
of them
that afraid
kick you in the face. Some of them throw a dagger in your arm. Thank you.
Some of us posted robbers blind behind our backs.
Well, someone just died like what, like an hour ago for us?
Oh, how unfortunate.
That'd make nice. Maybe one of the other two. Maybe one of them will heal you, or you can just rest. But
Gregory just like
Yes, we-
puts his hand on Fortune's shoulder and uses Cure Wounds. You heal 10 hit points, Fortune.
Yay!
thank you, Gregory.
That's basically all her health.
Pretty
Does
much.
seem like it.
Gregory's just like staring at you, and you notice that this human, like he doesn't like for everyone else, he doesn't have like the bandana stuff anymore. You notice that he is rather pale, and part of his cheeks missing where you can see his teeth, and he's just staring at you.
My little mouse Heather's just gonna crawl up his arm.
He doesn't react.
Fuck.
So, can I help you, pale man? Do you need something to help with your cheek there? It looks a little bad.
I'm just deciding
we
what's
just need a
best to
little-
do with you.
He just needs a tan. So, luck with you.
I mean, you could just let me go back to my tree.
And risk you stealing again?
I do feel like this
How
is
much
actually
of a
supposed to be a
good-
good backup.
How much of a good look did we get when we saw her rifling through our carriage?
Fairly
Because
decent
like,
look.
did like would I have like cogently seen her like going through everything and like picking up hay and going no, and food and going no, and like she's clearly looking for valuable stuff. not food.
Trofnar wouldn't because you didn't get a good roll.
I think Gratian did.
Oh,
Didn't he get the nat 20?
Yeah. So Gratian, Gregory, and Delson got a good look. She was mostly just like opening the bags and then just like shifting them aside when there wasn't anything in them.
I mean, it was mostly horse feed, and I'm pretty sure she's not gonna eat the horse feed.
Most of it's not, unless there's like chunks of apple lying around in it.
No. I'm the one that supplies the horses apples. I don't put it directly in the feed until we're ready to feed them.
Do you just not like trying to? Do you just not like trying to deal with other people because they're mostly like humans and elves, and tieflings just have this bad reputation? Is that why you're living out here?
Mostly. I mean, not many people like when a tiefling with orange eyes rolls into town, especially if they have a mouse on their shoulder. Most people don't like that.
I don't know. Mouse could be cute.
That's oddly specific.
It is always specific, actually.
A mouse is just a poor man's rat.
Hey,
I thought a
Heather
rat was
is
poor-
a glorious little lady, and you will give her respect.
I thought a rat was a poor man's mouse.
Exactly.
And a mouse is a poor man's drift globe.
I keep
Okay,
forgetting that I
mouse.
have a drift globe in the party.
Okay,
Barney. Never forget about Barney.
I think I like at least her reasons to maybe not wanting to be.
Barney is one of the most well-respected members of the party.
Oh yeah, he is. Every one of them.
Well, I think I like her reasonings for maybe not wanting to deal with other humans.
Can we just add the mouse to,
We want the mouse to be a party member.
Yeah,
and leave
Just-
yeah.
Hilarious. It's like, here's
Yeah,
your character,
yeah.
the mouse instead.
Yeah. Can we please have it like all the mouses, all Heather's stats are just 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and the only like characterization in the bio is just it's a fucking mouse.
Give me a sec, my dogs are being stupid.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
You guys continue RPing, I will just sort out my dogs.
Rabble, 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 rabble.
Rabba, 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 rabba.
Yeah.
I think he needs talking in game.
And
Yeah.
Peach, the bird's name was Archimedes.
Do not.
Not related to Team Fortress 2.
No.
Archimedes is just
Who
Archimedes.
is?
I don't even know where the most famous Archimedes name is from, actually. It's like, it's a famously known archaic name, but who the hell had it?
Archimedes did.
Well,
Oh, yeah, I
see,
knew that.
in Let's Go
It was from
Pikachu
Grady.
on Route 1, on like the day I got it, I found a shiny Pidgey, and I named it Archimedes, so now it's a shiny Pidgeot, and it follows me like everywhere. So,
Do you still have,
Wait, wasn't I the one who suggested that name?
yes, you were.
Ah,
Yep.
or
So,
just to talk about Pokemon Go. Kinda
Gregory speaks up at this point, like he's just been staring directly at Fortune the entire time, just says, "Can't afford you to simply walk away, and we can't exactly afford to keep you tied up here. If that's the case," and he kind of looks over, and you can see that two of the bags of horse feed are empty at this point. Like she had tipped them and completely emptied them, so you're down 2 horse feed.
Sucks.
He just looks and says,
You bitch.
"So the only other option I see is..."
Please don't say kill me. Please don't say kill me.
He kind of like looks. He has a look of like shock on it and says, "No, what I'm saying is to make up for," beckons to the horse feed, "that inconvenience, and to make sure that we know that you aren't going to do anything stupid, you're coming with us into the bone swamps."
That's what I was maybe thinking. Do you think you can help guide us through it? Maybe? A little bit?
Oh, certainly. Please, I've been here for like 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
And I'm not dead.
Insight
Talking
check to see if he's talking bullshit, please.
All right, insight. Go ahead and make an insight check.
To see if Go to Fortune's line.
And Fortune, if you're telling the truth, then you don't need to make a roll. If you're talking shit, then go ahead and roll deception. Down to you.
Like, could you effectively lead us through the goddamn bone swamps?
Well, that's if she thinks she can, then that's not deception, even if she can't.
Yeah, I'm lying through my teeth.
Yeah.
Oh well, your Christmas pretty high. It's even better than mine. Which is sad that you don't have a higher dexterity.
So, yeah, Chofnar, she is lying to you.
Yeah. You're bullshitting this lass. I can tell it on my off. You've been here about as long as us. If anything, you fucking followed us. Hopping for easy culture on.
Maybe if she was actually following us, she would know that we didn't leave anything more than horse feet.
Well, I'm
Indeed.
stuck with you now, so let's get along, shall we?
Right. But just so you know, Fortune, if I catch you with a hand in my stuff, I'm gonna chop it off. Is that clear?
Fair enough. I mean, I've traveled with people who have been a little bit less kind, so yeah, understandable.
I think it's fine, Fortune. At least I think I like you, kind of, a little bit. At least compared to everyone else.
Oh joy, I'm liked by the child.
Child.
Well, I think I just understand you a bit better than the others.
Right, well, with that all agreed with, I suppose we should rest for the morrow. I'll take first watch if you all wish to rest.
I'm gonna go back to the tree, climb, and sleep up in that.
How far away is the tree, anyways, from us?
I think like
I'm
20
gonna
feet.
keep.
20 feet? Oh, okay. And
Uh,
that's just your tent then.
I will go with Fortune to make sure she doesn't run off.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on Fortune as well.
Alright, so it's just Gregory doing the first shift then?
I'll do it too. I'm kind of sitting kind of outside the camp.
Alright, and who's going to be doing the second shift?
I'll help with second shift.
I don't want to be in second shift.
Will
Don't.
you fuck?
I'll help with second shift then too.
We go
Alright,
That's it.
go get coffee.
so you all find your respective places to sleep, and Nemesis, you and Gregory begin your watch. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Not having anyone die tonight.
Alright. And is there anything that you're going to be doing during your shift as well? Or are you just...
I'm gonna go back to Gregory, kind of sit by him.
I suppose the thing.
He's leaning... He's basically sitting against a tree just looking outwards.
What
Like old.
what do you do for something like this?
Death is, unfortunately, a companion that many of us run into. Be you a hunter, a paladin... I wish I did have the answer for you, but people deal with things differently. My way of dealing with it is focusing on the task at hand.
I've never experienced something like this before. It's
Terrible, I
different.
know.
Yes, I always said that I didn't care if she died, but I had no concept of death.
The word you're looking for is guilt. What you are feeling right now is being compounded by guilt. Something which I too am sharing.
I wish I had been nicer.
Maybe it's a good idea to start. But don't destroy yourself doing
So.
it.
I also think what's the point in being divine or blessed when you can't even save these people?
Do you know of how Karmora was formed?
I know what I was taught.
Then you know that Karmora was not made by one god. There's a reason they were called the Alliance. Because they worked together, because they knew that they would not be able to do any of this by themselves. You may be blessed by the gods, Nemesis, but at the end of the day, you are still one person. If it were that easy for just one person to do everything, this world would be a very different place.
I guess you're right. I used to be... I was always taught that I should do things on my own, and that I was special enough to do it on my own, but no one is actually like that.
There's never been a point in our lives, in the gods' lives, where one person has been able to do stuff by themselves. Galeus could not repair Karmora after the breaking of the Alliance by himself. The last vestiges of humanity couldn't stand up against the dark by themselves. People can say all they want about doing stuff yourself, and yes, there are things you can do. But take it from somebody who saw the horrors of Pterodons. You need people with you to achieve what you want.
I think I'm going to start trying to be a better leader.
Leadership is something that will take a lot of practice. And there will be times where your leadership fails. I speak very much from experience. You just need to be determined on what it is that you want to do. He kind of looks out into the... just like looks up to the stars and says, in addition to death, you'll have to get used to that. And as I said before, be sure to brace yourself for tomorrow. Because when this is over, I will no longer be here.
I'm at least glad that you're here now. I don't think that I'd be able to say this to anyone else.
He kind of smiles and looks up to the stars again. Truth be told, I am somewhat now glad that I was able to see how the world has evolved after Pterodons. And though I would wish to see how this world evolves, I know my place is at my Lady Brightspark's side.
Well, I hope that when we finish this, you'll be able to rejoin her.
And I hope when this is over that you all come out not only stronger, but alive.
Kind of smile and nod my head and let silence take us.
Right. You sit out the remaining part of your watch, and eventually it swaps over to Delson and Fortune as they start their shift. So go ahead and do make a perception check.
Yay!
Alright, Misfortune.
Oh, for God's sake, is that why you chose this name?
I doubt it.
Natural 20.
Misfortune.
Alright, is there anything you two wish to do during yours, or are you just doing your watch?
Nice.
Can I actually have bug Frothnard to have some of his ale?
I have ale?
I don't
I
know.
thought you had some ale.
We always have ale. I bet he even
First-
has the supplies to make ale.
First of all, Bellum, that's racist. Second of all, I don't think I do.
Joking.
I don't think you brought any ale with you, no.
I didn't. I had the idea of making them, and then I got high off my tits on coin root and forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were originally going for brewing supplies, but then you ended up just getting
Then we got
Kermit.
drugs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Floriana, coffee, or at least he supplies to make it, and tea.
I'm just going to just be there and just be tongued myself.
I'm just gonna be repairing small, I can't remember the word for it, wounds in my clothing with my tiny little sewing kit.
Rips and tears. You're thinking rips and
Thank you.
tears.
I couldn't think of rips and tears, so first thought was wounds. My clothing was wounded.
I saw a bleeding. I saw a
I
bleeding
need healing.
goddamn. I saw a bleeding Tumblr
my
video of
Wait,
like
so-
people not
wait,
getting
so
wounded.
is Delson gonna poke me away asking for ale?
I don't know, Delson. Are you going to
No,
poke
I'm
Drough
not
now?
going to.
Okay.
I'm just
Well,
going to just be like,
I want to punch someone in the face.
Also, could I smack him in the back of the head with my tail?
Smack
Me or
who?
Delson?
Delson, yeah. He who threw the dagger of destiny at me.
Yeah, he did hit you hardest.
As you're
Surprisingly, he hit you full ones.
as you guys are sitting doing your watch, Delson, you see a blur of movement, and as you turn around, you get tail to the face.
Tail whipped.
I guess I
Head
deserve
down.
that one. Didn't mean to hit you with that dagger. Just
Tail whipped. Defense down.
today's been like one of the worst days of my life. I only meant to hit the cart, scare you off.
And yet you hit me in the arm. That hurt.
Yes, I know. However, if you lost someone who was like, a sister mere hours before this, wouldn't you be a bit on edge? Wouldn't you two feel both angry and sad and just a whole mix of bunch of emotions and not be thinking straight?
She just pats him on the top of his head with the tip of her tail. Listen, just don't get attached to people and it makes your life 10 times easier.
It's easy for some to say that. However, where I grew up, family was one of the most important things you could have.
Ah, from the country, aren't you?
Here's a random thing.
Pretty much from NASA.
Ooh. Little far from home, aren't you? What brings you out here?
I came out here because of my bonds with people, specifically a missing sister, one by birth, that helped raise me with my mom.
So you're telling me you've come to Naza and you've lost two sisters, two sisterly people.
I don't know where one is. She went off on a journey years ago. I was still a child at that time.
Would you like to hold Heather? She makes things a little easier.
I guess. Same thing with Cream.
So Heather's just gonna scamper down the tail into his hat and not the feather.
Just going to gently pet Heather's chin.
Cute to the Tomousey, good the Tomousey. Squeak squeaks.
Yep.
Okay, time to fade to black.
Alright,
I'm
so
really sorry again.
you go through the rest of your shift. There, you do hear noises coming from the bone swamp, but none seem to get close. It seems to be just like distant noises. And eventually, you go through your full night's rest without incident.
Yay!
So,
Yeah.
everyone, again, you get your spells back. You're at full health again. Any refreshes and such.
Speech.
And
I got 1
eventually-
HP.
And eventually, you all.
Wait, do you actually?
Wake up.
You didn't only have 1 HP?
No.
She had 1
with the
HP
healing,
missing.
I got to 18.
Oh, okay.
She's only got 19 health.
Good. You are
Yeah, you still got more HP than
almost
I do.
extraordinarily flimsy.
You lost one squishy and got an even squishier squishy. But this one
Yay.
has a tail.
And this one
Yeah,
is also
that's
glass
what's squishier
cannon
than
for
her.
sneak attack.
A tail is a pretty good trade-off.
Yeah, I mean, we had a squishy healer.
Tiefling's tails are like 5 feet long, right?
I think it depends.
It does look up the averages.
And
Are they prehensile though?
I think they're. I don't think they're prehensile enough to wield something with it, but
No, they're
close enough
not.
to do tricks.
can they grow back like a gecko?
So you're
I
so
don't
you're
think so.
saying
You don't know.
that she cannot wield a third weapon with her tail?
No,
I
that's
wish.
not-
That would be me. Wait. Wait a minute, guys. We could tie a dagger to her tail.
Yeah.
Alright.
I would have to make
I'm
all
going
those
to
attacks be with disadvantage if that would happen.
No, we tie a drill to her tail, and I'll have her attack by playing a flute.
Alright, so,
Why am I in green now?
I don't know.
I'm going to go out to the group and.
That's a good
Alright. I guess I'm going to give a speech.
Oh, I
Alright.
love speeches.
I'm
No
hoping
points
that this
for
one
you.
might. I'm hoping that the speech is better because
good for you.
we'll be in better
You might want to
perspective.
close your eyes for that.
I don't know. Maybe it'll be all about myself again if you keep talking. Alright. I am going to make this a speech about how even though we lost Evelyn, we need to keep our heads up and keep moving for her and for Gregory. And that I know that we can all do it because we have each other.
Alright. Gregory also stands up near the end of the speech and adds a little bit to his own. He doesn't have the feat either, he's just adding to it. We stand now with one of our own lost. This is something which I asked you all to do. Needless to say, if you decide to leave now, I won't blame you. But know this, that when we go into the bone swamps, 2 people will remain there. Whoever it is that I'm guided to, and myself. And I expect you all to make it out of this alive. And he just
I stand up.
quietly grabs his helmet and places it on.
I stand up and I hold the spear he gave me from EV. We're going forth, and we are completing this for Evie's sake. No matter what may happen, we will finish this, and we will live. For with us is the last of her memory.
Alright, so you all get the effects of the inspiring leader speech.
How much was it again?
Except for you, Fortune.
8.
Aw.
Gregory gets those points.
Oh,
Really?
it's like
Oh, you can decide who gets what, can't you?
Yeah.
we have too many party
Okay.
members for it. I think we're what, +1?
Yeah, +1.
Yeah, we're +1. And
Well, the-
Nemesis doesn't trust Fortune enough, so.
So what was the?
Can I actually look back in the cart and get Evie's crossbow?
Alright.
Can I look
much
through
was-
her tree?
So what was the HP again? 8?
Indeed.
Yeah.
8.
Oh, yes. Yes, it noted it the last time I was looking. I still can't look at her like character sheet, just her bio. For Evelyn.
Yeah, I can only see her bio as well.
Same.
Oh, that's because I made it so you could... That's weird, because I would have thought that sending it to viewable by everyone would... Okay, well, I'll just change that to make it that everyone can... That's Gregory. Let me just...
Let me scroll up and find the picture of her list.
Can just send you guys another picture of the list.
Yeah, that might work.
Alright. Give me a second. Da, 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 da.
Oh.
I was looking for it. I couldn't think of anything. I think the only thing I took from it before was like lit up incenses while we were doing the funeral, basically.
Can I look around Fortune's tree?
Are you trying to find more mice to begin a coalition with the Court of the Rats in the sewers?
What are you gonna look for? Secret passage? Like suddenly, like, boom! There's like a giant treasure vault underneath the tree.
Suddenly you find tree crabs.
Tree crabs?
Tree crabs.
Alright,
Like
so what is it that
actual-
you're all doing then?
I mean, I'm doing it for sure.
What are you doing?
I'm getting ready to go.
Yep.
Alright, Gratian, what is it that you say you're doing?
Yeah, let's go talk about we'll go talk about Fortune a little more. Make sure she doesn't feel like she's just going.
So can I search?
Can you search what? What was that, Gratian?
The tree. Fortune's tree.
Sure, make an investigation check.
Oh, investigation.
Yeah. You find nothing. Just
It's a
looks like a
fucking
tree.
Yeah, investigation's like literally, like, you know, like crime scene investigation. Perception's like looking out into the distance.
Mhm.
It's kind of like the difference.
Can I just pull Gratian up into the tree with me to sit there?
I ship it.
If
Oh,
he
God.
joins you, yeah.
Yeah, and I was gonna go up and talk with her.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
Is
guess
that
I'm-
by his own free will?
If he agrees to it, then yeah, no rules, I believe.
You know what? Sure.
Alright. So, you know, it's Fortune and Gratian sitting in a tree.
Tiefling and a sewer child.
Yeah, I was thinking of-
Talking.
You wipe that look off your face, Tom.
I'm just thinking of the song.
I
I
had
know.
Yeah, I had Floriana walking up to the tree as well. Say hi.
I'll go and look up the tree.
Alright, I'm just pulling everybody up into a tree, I guess.
Gregory does not join you.
Free.
Yeah, I'm not doing
He's,
that.
he's just standing there waiting for you all to finish your stuff so that they can head to the swamp.
Tom,
Oh,
can
yeah.
we get,
I'm just standing by Gregory, also
Tom, can we
waiting.
get a strength check for this tree, please?
Wait, you think it's gonna break?
You hear a cracking noise from on the branch that you're all sitting on.
Lovely.
I'm actually going to get down and also make sure to take the scroll of Crown of Madness.
All right.
I'm gonna try and go ahead to sneak out a path.
All right. So
Okay.
I'll say for the sake of it that you all finish your little business with the tree, and make your way back to the Bone Swamp. So I'll say for the sake of brevity that you make the journey there, and it's near about where you originally arrived. So,
You all
you're
ready
in
for
front of the
this?
lake once more. You can still see the corpse. You're not, like, in the exact same spot. You're about maybe 100 feet or so west of where you originally were. So it's where it begins to curve to the right, curve inwards. You all right, Dom?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
just making sure because you've been hacking quite a bit there.
Yeah, fuck this shit. We're going around.
Agreed.
Yeah, I was about to say.
That sounds
We
about
could
great.
build a bridge.
All right. Okay. If,
How about we take the lake and push it somewhere else?
Yeah, that's lovely.
all right.
Just crazy enough to get us all killed.
Okay, so Fortune, if you're scouting a path, go ahead and make a deception check. I also want the marching order for everybody.
My.
Oh.
So we've got Fortune at, well, we've got
Yeah,
Fortune at the
path.
very front because she's scouting.
I'll be by Misfortune because she's squishy.
Okay,
I
I'll
keep
put
forgetting she doesn't have Evie's perception.
Delson behind Nemesis because Nemesis next to Fortune. So who's next in the marching order? Marching order.
I'll go next.
Okay, so Truffle
think I'll
after
be in-
Delson.
I think I'll be in front of Gratian because my range is a little bit low, kind of shorter than his on average.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Floriana, then
Yeah, I could probably be last.
Gratian, and then Gregory's taking up the rear.
Really?
That's probably pretty decent. Well, I mean, we could get back attack.
Shouldn't Greg be closer to the front since he has the sense thing?
Yeah.
I mean, you're the guys that decided.
Gregory's perfect senses. GPS.
You could always ask him, but he's going to be focused well, it's more like you guys are watching out for everything, but he's just like shouting, like which way to go, like left more, right more. But he also said, if you remember in the last session, because of the fact that it's a swamp, so there's lakes and such everywhere, even though he knows the general direction, it's not like he can
Doesn't
walk in
need
a
to-
straight. He can't go in a straight line.
Not always. There could be a giant
I mean,
tree
he can if he just
giant
climbed the trees. It's not that hard, people.
swamp. Jumping between
Can't
trees
wait
might
from
be
the
difficult,
trees,
though.
though.
He's not
We're not
Tarzan.
monkeys.
We're not Tarzan.
Essentially, he knows where he's heading, but it's traversing to that bit, which is the difficult part. You guys are trying to find the safest route. So in fact, I'm gonna go ahead and make a survival check for Gregory at this, because
You
I'll
know,
say
walking
even.
straight through a, lake of crocodiles is not safe.
Okay.
As we've discovered.
Yeah, we know that now.
What
Yep.
do you know about safe?
Who would ever make that mistake? Certainly not us.
Yeah.
All right.
It feels like something that Fortune should say in characters, like Sword should say in character.
So as you make your way to the through the swamp, Gregory leads you through a drier part of the swamp until you eventually arrive at a sort of. The earth seems to be almost piled onto it, like someone had buried stuff in there. But at the very top, just because Gregory rolled that high, you can see what appears to be a badly damaged top part of an obelisk.
Hmm.
Obelisk the Tormentor.
No. It's like just it's a pure white obelisk jutting up. You can see like it's been cleaved almost in half with the bit that's sticking up.
Can I use my dwarven stone cunning knowledge to get an insight on it?
Make a history check.
Can I walk up to it and use Arcana to, like, magic?
Yep, make an Arcana check.
But because it's a really big rock, do I get advantage or anything?
I mean, what doesn't stone cutting give you advantage?
Oh, hold on. When you make intelligence check related to stonework, you're considered proficient at the history skill and add double your proficiency bonus to the check.
So basically, it's adding a +2 to your history check.
Okay.
So basically, roll a history check, add 2.
11.
So, Blom, if this had any magical properties, they have long since gone. And as for Trofnar, that's with an 11. It's difficult. You know that this is old, like pre-Pterodont.
Oh, gee. Thank you, Thomas. Okay.
Well, you rolled an 11, so...
You rolled an
crumbly
11.
rock. It's old, guys. Okay.
Like, you know that it's... Like, I'll say with that roll, you know that it's not, like, naturally made as an obelisk.
Okay.
The damage is not naturally caused, but you can't
Okay.
ascertain what it is because of that roll, because it is, as I said, it's before the Pterodont War.
Got it. So all I know is someone a long fucking time ago made it.
Yeah, and as I said with Belon, it had magical properties, you can tell. There's like residue magic in it, but no longer. You know what, I'm gonna have Gregory make a history
Almost
check.
to a degree that was more useful than what Trofnar got. And I
Yeah.
rolled lower. And I rolled lower.
Yes.
You know what, I'm
Like-
actually gonna, because I got Gregory's sheet here, I'm gonna use Gregory's.
It's like, it used to have magic, so I mean, it probably was important. That
Unfortunately,
long
nope. Gregory
Those
doesn't have a clue
things-
what that thing is, because he's not actually super smart.
ago. As noted by his -1 intelligence, apparently.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Ooh,
Actually,
why
well,
are
yeah.
all of us very dumb?
I don't know.
We lost the only intelligent party member that wasn't actually intelligent.
That is
Yeah,
true,
right.
actually.
Wait, does that mean I have the highest intelligence?
I think
Still?
so, yes.
I believe
At
so, yeah.
14. Really? I only have it at 14.
Her
Yeah,
intelligence
well-
was 11. She was not the smartest.
Okay.
We also
Oh,
lost
okay.
Val Kilmer a while ago.
That's true.
My intelligence is
I'm going
10.
to go forward and see if there's anything else of interest.
Alright, make I'd say investigation check for this.
Can I go with her?
Sure. If you're gonna, you can either, well, she's already made the roll, so if you want to do an investigation check, you can do one as well.
Can
14.
I take a stick and tap the ground to make sure that there's nothing dangerous that we might not be seeing?
Tapping a stick to the ground, prove that.
Yeah, no, you take a stick, tap it. I mean, the earth isn't rising up to meet you.
It's not sinking in either, is it?
Nope. It seems to be solid
Okay.
earth. I would say, Misfortune, the thing that you notice is that this particular area, like around the obelisk where all the dirt appears to have been piled on, it looks to be an ancient camp.
From what we could tell, obviously it must have been, like, buried. Something was under here to begin with, because there's a giant obelisk here. But...
The obelisk itself, to give you an idea of scale, the obelisk is, if assuming like where the water level is to the top, it would be about 15 feet tall.
Oh.
But there's been like dirt piled upon it to where you can only see the last 3 feet of it.
Also, do I notice Delson doing the stick tapping stuff? Or
I imagine he's not being very discreet about it.
can I try and sneakily do thaumaturgy to make the ground shake for a minute?
Make a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, I think that is what that is.
What's
You have thaumaturgy?
Yeah,
Actually, I was
all
reading it.
tieflings have it.
Yeah, I was reading through things a bit.
Can I make a perception on that?
Sure. As for Delson, yeah, Delson's passive. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Nemesis, you hear her make the noise,
Ow.
that the vocal incantations for thaumaturgy, and you recognize it because obviously Evelyn liked to do that. Dels, with your passive perception, you don't hear it, and you just feel the ground start to like tremor a little bit underneath you.
Crikey!
I was rolling to see if maybe I could detect the magic in general being used, but I don't think so.
This
you
is
can't tell.
Stop that.
Oh,
Kind
come
of turning and
on.
yelling at her.
This entire swamp's one big mimic.
I guess
That's
I'll,
what
Everybody-
it's fine.
Everybody, run!
I guess I'll head over to Gregory. So does that mean where from here, or are we very close to where we're supposed to be?
It doesn't tell me how close I am. He kind of looks northward.
Hmm.
But if I had to hazard a guess, would be northward. He's going to make another history check. He's also been examining the camp. Ah, that was nearly 14. No. Yeah, no, he wouldn't know what this is with that.
Can I look around this like really, really old camp? Is there even anything?
It's
You
almost
can.
funny how bad at history this one really old character is.
I mean,
without
you
trying-
you can make a history check yourself to see like if you know what the camp is. As far as you can see, it's mostly
Right.
dirt. 8. Fucking hell. From what you can tell, this camp, I would say, just because this is like a very common knowledge kind of deal with that kind of stuff, it's before Pterodons. This camp was around before the Pterodon War. So you know it's at least 700 or so years old.
I'll kind of look to the group. Well, we haven't really found anything of interest here. I say that we keep moving forward.
Awesome.
Agreed. If we head northward, we should be fine, but that would take us through the center of the swamp.
That's a bad thing.
Well,
Could be a bunch of
it's
crocodiles.
crocodiles, undead, anything
Crocs.
really.
Any chance that we could, I don't know, go around?
To go
Might
around,
take longer, but
it would take maybe a day or so. This swamp is about 50 feet from north to south. Not 50 feet, 50 miles, north to south.
It's like hitting beats not much.
Sorry. Just so many things you gotta remember.
all right. I suppose we go straight in then. I prefer not to be here any longer than we have to.
Agreed. Alright, so are you guys heading back in?
I'd like to see if
had to-
there's anything that we could use to possibly help us cross the swamp easier without getting in the water directly.
Investigation check. What was it that you were saying there, Shakes?
I was about to say, I just had to answer the call of nature. Did I miss anything?
No, they've just been sucking on the history checks on this camp.
Yep.
Oh, really, guys?
Because you figured out now at this point that you get that this obelisk isn't like just something random. This is in the middle of a old camp.
Damn it, where's Tony Robinson when you need him?
Oh, hey, look, here's a pterodontian that knows nothing as well.
That's literally a joke only you and I will get, Tom.
I didn't get the
Alright.
joke because I'm
Oh,
focusing on
I made a time team reference, don't worry.
Oh, them. Yeah, I know them.
All right, we're
Uh,
gonna go forward.
Can I go into the
swamp
trees and
again.
try and find a good path?
What are you doing
Uh,
in trees?
Make
No,
I
I'm not
like
letting
climbing
her move
trees.
outside.
High
make
vantage points.
a perception check. 10. You do find like a winding path through, but it isn't the best. But from what you can see with like the other bits of dead trees and such, looks like that's probably the best you might get.
Moving down that path we go.
Oh boy, I love when my connection to D&D is interrupted.
Oh no!
Yay.
All right.
All right, and Gregory rolled a natural 20 on his survival. Nice.
Good job, Gregor.
So he will
How was
be
the
able to
scale of my
lead you
ice
through.
magic was enough to literally make a bridge across the fucking
So,
swamp.
who is leading from the very front?
I thought me and Fortune.
Okay, whoever's at the very front, make a perception check.
That'll be 14 because she's leading.
Hold on, Peach. What is your perception stuff?
My perception?
Don't mess again.
Oh, true.
Yeah, let's avoid the
but we would-
metagame.
I mean, it's almost less because it would make more sense like the person going in the front, and we would. I think by the only thing is fortunate Peach wouldn't know it, but to the degree Peach would
Yeah,
probably.
Fortune is leading, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
You said perception?
Yep,
Yay.
16, okay.
Well, your
So,
side meant it's not as good, but as a consequence, I have -2 strength for -1 con.
alright, so as you're making your way through, Fortune, you spot a lumbering shape just looking at you from the trees.
You said from where?
Essentially to your left, like ahead and left of you. About 80 or so feet away, it's just kind of, you see this large creature just appears to be looking at you from the trees.
There's no way I could stealth my way over to it, could I?
It
with
seems to
vampire.
have spotted you, so...
If you pointed out to
Oh,
us, we
God.
can see if we. I would just say, point it out to us.
Yeah, I'm gonna lean in and elbow Nemesis. There's a thing over there, and it sees us.
What thing?
Oh god, Shrek, isn't it?
You're tall. Look in the trees.
But no.
Time for a song.
Or maybe you could just tell me what it is, you little brat.
I don't know what it is. If I knew what it is, I wouldn't be worried about it.
So, what...
Alright, can I see if I see it?
I'd say
And then
make
I just ran
a
up
perception
and
check
go-
with
and I go for it.
advantage, because obviously you've been pointed in the direction.
And that niceness rank up just doesn't exist.
It doesn't apply to her.
Yeah. She tried to
Natural
steal.
20.
Nice.
So you see this large, like, it's almost like it's a massively overweight creature. You can see it has a large stomach that is dripping this weird liquid. It has slimy green hair, and from what you can see, it's only got like what appears to be some animal flesh around its waist and such. And you can just see
Do
it's...
I know what it is?
Make an intelligence check.
Oh my
no,
god,
it's-
it really is Shrek.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That
from the
word
sa-
Bigfoot.
yeah, from the sound of it, it sounds like
50.
Shrek if Shrek ate donkey.
So
Sounds
you
like
know
Shrek with a bullet.
of various, you know that during the times I've gone by, various forms of trolls have been found, and there have been tales of ones that kind of become bloated, almost as if they have basically are producing something they shouldn't be. And you know these to be known as venom trolls.
I had a feeling it was a troll, actually. Trolls are kind of commonish in swamps.
Troll in the
Alright.
dungeon.
I'll
Balan,
Kind of
would
concerned.
does Gloriana know that they come to the swamps?
I'll be sure it's on
And not
over.
in character, I would know. I don't know if I know in character. It's just something that I've heard. D&D knowledge, just general.
Alright. I will.
I might know in character, but I'd have to roll for that.
That's the end of the list for yourself.
Are we done? Okay.
Mm.
I'm going to turn to the group and there's an enemy by here. Do you want to go forward?
Are we sure it's an enemy?
Well,
Do
I
I-
don't know. It's a
Can I-
disgusting troll.
So am I, so
You're not
I mean, you think I look like a disgusting troll?
I'm half of that.
I assume that we
How
can all
far
see
away?
it now.
I would say
How
at this
far
point,
away
yeah,
is
it
it?
is pointed out.
Can I try an insight check to see if I get an idea if it looks like it's going to try to attack us?
I would say no, because of the distance involved.
Okay. Okay, then. Fair enough. I was wondering if I could get a sense of it would attack us. Okay.
How far is it from us?
About 80 feet.
Oh, okay, yeah, so 80 feet. Okay, fair enough. Thought we were a bit closer, like maybe 40.
Are there any other things nearby it?
Going by that
Any
perception
creatures?
check and such, no, it seems to be just this.
Alright. I'm going to continue walking forward, but kind of be ready to draw my weapon if need be.
I'm gonna have Evie's crossbow at the ready.
I'm gonna have a dagger in my left hand and a short sword in my right.
Can I try a check to see what I know about venom trolls or just them or trolls in general?
Go ahead and make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Have you even decided on your continent yet?
I would
don't
say
think
at this
so.
point, because of the amount of things where it's like, oh well, maybe this. I'm gonna just
That's
make
what-
the call and say that Floriana's from Ansor because there's
There we go.
been way too many rolls, with not being sure. So you know about trolls. Oftentimes they like to ambush in their particular area. And tend to want to initiate a fight on their terms. But you also know as well, I'd say with a natural 20, that they have quite impeccable healing abilities.
Yeah, the regeneration. The only other knowledge I know out that would be metagaming thing is that I think sometimes they're weak to fire, but I don't know if I'd know that, or if it's even true in this
You wouldn't
context.
know that because Floriana has never fought a troll before.
Okay. That's just a metagame thought I know, and I'm an ice specialist, so I'd still use ice anyways.
Yeah.
Unless I knew it in context, which is why I used lightning earlier, is to shock an entire pool of water. Okay. Well, I guess I will just mention that be careful of it, maybe an ambushing. If we don't decide to attack it, just don't. You just watch out, be on the lookout for an ambush, and to do that, just be wary of the regeneration, and I'll pass that along, and I think we're going to continue onward then. I think is what we all decided.
Gregory just stares at the troll for a second before he turns to you, Delson, and just says, "Can I have Evelyn's crossbow a second?"
Sure. I hand it to him.
Takes it. He aims at the log that the troll's hiding behind and fires. And that's that'll miss it. That'll miss the troll. You watch as he lets loose one of the bolts, and it hits the tree that the troll's in. And you watch the troll actually staggers back before just slowly just takes one look and walks towards the deeper into the swamp before passing you back the crossbow.
I will reload it.
I'll keep it away from us for now.
Or if they really do like ambushing us, then maybe it might be gathering its friends.
I doubt it.
Okay then.
Nonetheless, let's hurry along.
Indeed.
Alright. So... this point, yeah, that's good on his survival, so he makes sure that you stay on the right path. Okay, Fortune, make another perception check.
Hooray!
11, okay. So...
We see nothing.
So you're able to make it...
Well,
You're able
that was
to-
a static.
You walk through into the swamp, and you can see it, you go up to the bit where there was, clumps of trees, dead trees and such, but it clears up a lot more as you begin to move forward, and it gets a bit more hilly, basically. As you walk, I'm going to just do this quickly. What's your AC again, Fortune?
12.
Alright, so
Fiddlesticks.
as
I'm
you
still
are...
really surprised I have more AC than you.
As you're walking, you suddenly trip on something, and the rest of you watch and look down as you see this rotten arm just holding on to Fortune's leg, and you watch as it starts to pull her leg towards it.
Ooh.
Can I try and smash it with a hammer?
Go ahead and roll an attack.
Yeah,
Can I
you're the one
stab
right
it with a rapier?
19 all
behind- the one right
hits.
behind her.
You don't need to roll damage because even with a 1, that'd be enough to break it. So you just smash the hammer into where the wrist is and completely, like, disconnect the hand. Now you watch as what remains of the arm, like, kind of just flail a bit before it disappears back into the hole.
All right,
Bye,
I'm going to cast light on my hammer and glance inside the hole.
So
Suddenly snakes.
there's not a lot of space from what you can see, but with the light spell you can see that there is just what remains of the arm just like moving about, and you get the feeling that whatever it is buried in the dirt.
Can we? I want to see if I can like notice anything else around, like maybe more arms or something, maybe more.
Make a perception check.
Well, what I'm going to do is use my divine sense.
Which Gregory is also going to use.
Where the hell? Which one's perception? Oh, there it is. Sorry, I forgot for a second.
So,
Oh, cool,
unfortunately, the divine sense does not work for anything that is behind total cover. So you sense this thing that you can see, but nothing else.
Well, that sucks, but I think I'll. Do I notice anything sprouting up or anything?
Taking a look around you, you do see that you do see a few undead shambling about. They're quite far away, like 100 or so feet away, but there's definitely an undead presence here.
Oh, so like they are actually walking around, not.
Yeah, but like it's kind of difficult to see because they're like over the crest of the hills and such. So yeah, Nemesis, your divine sense finds nothing within 60 feet of you minus this one thing, mostly because if there's anything underground, it's invisible.
And I'm guessing
Gregory,
how far away are they? Because apparently it must be more than 6 feet.
100. They're about 100 or so feet away from you.
Okay.
Gregory's obviously finds nothing, but he kind of like just looks at you oddly, Nemesis, and just goes, "Huh," and just continues looking around.
Is there?
I didn't know Nemesis was undead.
Well, they can sense celestial beings too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For some reason, I keep forgetting that. I know that she. Yeah, I always get that weird sense like you're playing an Astamir, but you don't know it, and how
Yeah.
knows it is a little finicky.
Yeah, but like this basically just that divine sense was just a final like click of like, huh. Well then.
Yeah. I
The
I
truth.
don't suppose your little head map is going to make us walk into that mess, and I'll kind of gesture over to the
Yeah, because
undead.
I gesture over that there is indeed a how much undead? Can I see?
You didn't like from your position. You only saw about 3 or 4 around the place. Unfortunately, maybe not through the thick of it, but yes. He kind of like goes up to him on the tall areas, and he's going to do a perception check to see if he can see anything on that.
Can I try shooting an undead from there?
I was gonna say, can I stealth forward and try and get a good sneak attack?
So make a stealth check first. Floor.
Oh
Ooh,
no!
no.
What'd you roll? Oh.
I'll say that you both go towards the same. Excuse me. You go towards the same undead. So go ahead and make an attack roll, and I'm just going to do the perception check for Gregory to see if he sees what he needs to see. But as you're doing that, as you're moving towards it, Fortune, you just see a zombie just go. So it sees you.
Good zombie sound.
Wait,
What was the last thing you said, Tom?
It sees you.
Okay.
Wait, can I shoot? Can I shoot?
Go to make an attack roll.
Hell yeah.
Misses.
Can I shoot? Can I shoot at it too?
14 will hit, because I'm pretty sure a zombie has shit AC.
Probably close to 10, I guess.
What, worse than me?
Yeah, even worse than you, I believe. Yeah, they've got an armor class of 8.
Wow.
Oh,
I still find it. I still find it sad that
11 points of
without my
damage.
even without my draconic scales, I have the AC issue. Why do you have such crap AC?
I don't know. Fortune, you watch as the arrow just like embeds itself into the zombie's like collarbone. It stands back and starts heading towards you. Thankfully, it only has
Okay.
20 feet of movement, so
Can I
it can't go very far.
Well met, friend.
Can I shoot at it too?
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
I should.
I guess if we're all gonna just start shooting at it, I guess I'll get closer and can I get a better idea of how many there are now?
Well, this is the only one that noticed you. The other ones are still wandering about aimlessly.
Ah, okay. So if it's just one.
Yeah. Now, hey, go ahead and roll damage.
I thought maybe if the rest of them noticed them, I'd just start bombarding them with magic now.
Nope. They seem to be 6 points. Okay, so that.
Okay.
It's you blast off part of its shoulder. It's looking rough.
How far away is it?
At this point, it's about 10 feet away from Fortune, but it's about 80 feet away from the rest of you.
80 feet.
Yes.
Okay. I'm okay then.
Should we like, far away from it actually most of
All right. What are you doing,
It's
Fortune? Because it's
Should
close to
probably
you.
Back up.
I'm just gonna back away from this.
All right. So you move your full movement back. The zombie gets chased, but the zombie, again, only 20 feet of movement, so even a gnome's going to outrun this thing. All right. So now it's moved. It is now 60 feet away from you all and 10 feet away from Fortune. Guys going to do anything, or are you going to like keep walking
I'm
towards you?
gonna shoot at it again.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack.
So,
I'm
where
just
is
gonna-
the undead right now?
It's about 60 feet away from you. Going in the direction you were walking, it is to your forward and right. That'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Jeez, the AC is so low.
I'm a class of 8, man.
Yeah.
7
8,
points.
Their dexterity is so
Okay,
low.
so-
Their dexterity is so low they dodge into the into the target, into the enemy.
It makes a save on its undead fortitude. So you blast it into the chest. You watch as you essentially blast a hole clean through it. It like staggers backwards before it keeps moving forward.
I'm
It's
gonna
5 feet before a bow becomes disadvantage, right?
Yes.
I'm just gonna walk back and try and shoot at it again.
Okay, go ahead. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
An archer rogue.
That was 1d6 plus 1.
Plus your dex.
Well, we've had it before.
So that is 8. That's the DC of 8.
A
Fucking
rogue.
hell. 14 on its con save. So you hit it in its head. It like staggers back, nearly falls before it just lurches forward again.
Cool.
I don't like this thing. I don't like this thing at all.
So I assume you've backed away a bit more. So now it is 40 feet to where you guys are.
40 feet away from our group.
Yes.
Okay.
I
I'll,
don't
use,
know.
I'll use Ray of Frost then on it. Because
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah, I have a 60-foot range problem for my cantrips. How much is it? 1d.
5. So it's got to survive a DC of 10. Fucking hell!
Roll another 20.
It rolled a 14, so it makes a save.
Why
So
won't it die?
Rapid fire!
It's
Let me just shoot my finger guns. Pew, 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 pew.
so you
I'll
you
go
hit
pew
it.
pew at it too.
You hit it in its head again. It's like you hear the crack as its neck snaps backwards, but it's just its head that lolls forward and it keeps walking forward.
Okay,
I'll
fuck
go
this.
pew
I'm
pew
going to.
I'll give it the pew pews as well.
Can I please charge at it with my axe and try to hit it with my axe?
Well, you would only be you won't get up to it at this point. It's 40 feet away from you.
Oh, how far? Okay.
You can go 25 feet, and everyone else can go 30 feet.
And the
But
rest
can I,
of us.
but can I not dash up to 50?
Yes, but that would be your action.
Oh, sausages. Okay.
Then you
Then
would get hit, or you wouldn't get a chance to attack.
Yeah, unless you action
Can I
surge.
okay. So yeah, I'll just stay back here making mean faces at it.
All right. What did you
I'll
say then,
go pew
Grayson?
pew.
Another Outer Splash then.
If anyone's going to make a ranged attack, by all means roll for it.
Pew pew.
That'll hit.
It is funny how hard it is.
Wait, you
funny
said
how
ranged
hard,
attacks?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Pretty much
Misses.
I just want to move 10 feet towards it. You know, like a normal person.
That is an 8. Natural 20 on its save.
I'm doing that.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Greatest zombie.
This is zombie man. He is the definition of
The most
determination.
resilient zombie.
6. So that's an 11.
He really wants to enjoy his undead
He
life.
really wants to live, doesn't he?
Yeah, he rolled a 15. So the zombie moves forward again. He can only move 10 feet now because of Ray of Frost. At least I think, isn't it? You lose 10 feet.
Let me double check. I think it was.
Yeah, I think it's 10.
Yeah, reduced by 10.
Okay, so it can only go 10 feet this time. It is now 50 feet away from you all. I will say at this point, Fortune's like joined the main group.
Can I
Pew,
move
pew,
20?
I just want to like imagine this scene of just like literally barrages of ice and beams and arrows.
That is
and,
what
like,
you are doing here.
it's like this
What is it that you
zombie
said,
just-
Gratian?
I want to move 20 feet towards it.
Okay,
That's really about it.
alright. 19 hits, go ahead and roll damage. Come on, roll max. Okay, that will be, so that is, that's 12. Didn't make it on a
Not
natural
dead yet.
roll, but it's got a +3 to its con, so it's made it.
Funny how high of a constitution a dead thing has.
Yeah, +3. It has a 16 constitution. That's a +3.
It has the will to live.
Yeah, no, like, you guys are pummeling it. So we'll say, for the sake of it, it moves another 20 feet forward. It is now 30 feet away and 10 feet away from Gratian.
Yeah. I mean, outside of using going to a first level spell, I can't really do anything better than Ray of Frost.
I'll
Frostbite.
move in next to Gratian and attack it with my short sword.
I
Well,
want to run in and low blow it.
Okay, so well, first let's see if the Ray of Frost does anything. So that's 5, 10, fucking natural 11. So the 12 hits. So go ahead and roll the damage. And if Gratian is right next to you, then then be sure to roll for the sneak attack damage.
Yay, sneak attacks.
Yeah, the flanking thing of
What's that, 1d6?
I think it's 2d6 at your level.
it's cool if sneak attacks work again finally.
I
Oh no,
don't
it's
know.
1d6. So go ahead and roll a d6. Makes a save with the sword.
I have to add that to my macros now. Sneak.
2. That's
The attack must use finesse or range.
still fucking makes a save against a sneak attack. And you said you were low blowing, Gratian.
Yeah, I want to kick it where the sun don't shine.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack,
That's
Just
cool.
like a
Looks like-
just like a normal
Looks like
attack.
looks like they got rid of sneak attack immunities.
So like the same as like my as.
Just roll a d20,
Oh
basically.
my god, Gratian's turning heel.
Hell yeah.
I like how the majority of this day in game is taken on trying to beat this one zombie.
Just to be the ones that, yeah, okay. So the zombie takes 1 point of damage. So
Gratian went Nakamura on
So he'll
him.
just be the one a kick that actually kills it.
yeah, so that
was
makes a
thinking
DC
about
of
that.
6. He rolled a 6 plus 3, 9, so he's still there.
Oh, I kind of wanted that to be like one like, out of the most mundane.
I did
creatures
as
of the
well,
world.
but so if that's the case, after you just like kick it, it's going to throw a punch at you, Gratian. That is a 2. That is not going to hit.
At this point, I'm just watching this. Like, all of you are ganging up on this one thing. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah,
Can I hit it
great.
with my short sword again?
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack.
Yeah.
Everybody team attack.
Okay, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
I want to commit to the fist fight here.
Hey, I found
That
out
hits.
Brown
Go ahead
next
and roll
damage.
damage. Ooh, 8.
With
so
my
that is...
sneak attack?
Yeah, because technically this is another turn. But first I'll see if Ray of Frost kills it. So that is +5. That is 13. That's 14 with its con save. So that's
That makes
6.
it still?
Yeah, it makes it still. It's still at 1 health. This thing! That's a 15. It survives the short, so I'll go ahead and roll the sneak attack damage, which is just a d6. 8. Natural 19.
No!
Gretchen, go ahead and make another roll another d20 to see if
The problem is, unless I probably can't throw together much more damage than this without using
18 that'll
magic
hit, so that's
missile.
1 point of damage. Natural 14. At this point, Gregory just walks up to it. Okay, Eldritch Blast, go ahead and roll damage for that.
I'm assuming Nemesis hopefully has a way to probably stop this as well, like might undead or something.
Yeah, it's called rolling a crit.
Tom, does animal handling work on zombies?
No.
No.
It makes a save there. Gregory is going to go and he's going to make 2 attacks on this thing.
Good man.
And it still survives most likely.
It very well might. So let me just bring up Gregory. So he's going to do 2 attacks with his greatsword. Hits.
The problem is I can't really do much more damage than I got. Unless Magic Missile can, like, collectively in one turn, like, do a crap ton of damage to make it beat it. That's probably what I can think of.
Okay, so the first hit from Gregory gets a DC to a 16. I'm going to throw this dice away in a second. It made a 17 on the con save. So the
Hell yeah.
second one.
Just say we finally killed it at this point.
6, 10... No, it still made the save.
Can I tie it up with my hempen rope? Since I'm right there with it.
I would say not at the moment. You'd have to restrain it.
You have to restrain it to
I'll
restrain
make
it.
an attack.
Okay.
I've been waiting.
Go ahead and make an attack.
You'd have to restrain it in order to restrain
That
it.
hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
I want to keep up the low blow mania.
Trofner, are you gonna go up there and start whacking with your axe
17.
too?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, is it close enough now?
Yes,
Well,
at this
like,
point
we're
it's
gonna
gone
start
close
walking
enough.
up to it, so...
I would say
Oh,
at this point you're
I'm
close.
gonna hit it.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
How much of its body has
At this
been
point-
sheared off by this point?
It's like, you know, have you ever played House of the Dead where where like the zombie's like missing like most of its top part, like it's being held up by a few bits of meat? That is basically it. So 14.
I was actually thinking it was like the freaking Black Knight.
Finally, fucking hell. 7 plus 3 is 10, so it doesn't make it save. So Trofnar, it's kind of difficult to find a spot that's remaining, but you cleave its spine that is still there, and it just collapsed dead.
Are we sure it's dead?
Fucking
And
everything
it
that I
isn't
do.
just...
How many attacks did we
Oh.
just...
If it took this
Let's
long to take
count
out
them.
I want to count too.
Praise the gods.
Let's
It's
see.
dead.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 attacks.
Like around that? I must have double counted too many. I counted
Yeah, 18 attacks before that thing went down.
What RNGs is
What a legend.
Yeah,
like
no,
16
that
of it
thing.
was just sheerly trying to kill it for the one. 16 of it was to do the like final hit.
It's like the Knoll from Critical Role all over again.
What
Oh
you mean.
god.
Okay, so after that, thankfully none of the zombies seem to have went for you. Beyond that, but Gregory like goes back up on this small mound of dirt, just looks outward where he was looking before he turns around and says, "I see another obelisk, and there's someone there."
Can I see who it is?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
See if I can see them.
Yeah, I was
I guess I'll
about
try
to
and-
say. I'm gonna see if I can
What
see
is
it.
Might as well see what I can see.
16, 14, 18.
Fine.
Yeah, so I would say Nemesis and Floriana, you guys do spot a figure. You all see the obelisk, because kind of obvious to see. It is not as buried up. This one, it's still got good about 5 feet of it. It is about 200 or so feet away from you. But you can see a figure just there, hand outstretched towards it. But you can't get a good view of who it is.
Alright.
Is
We're
it
gonna-
like humanoid shaped? Like it's probably.
It appears to be humanoid. It's standing on two legs at the very least.
I can't tell if it's short like a dwarf or tall like a giant.
No, it appears to
Alright,
be.
I'm gonna-
It's a little bit shorter than the obelisk itself, but not by much.
I'm gonna try and go up to whatever this creature is quietly.
Okay, make a stealth check
Same.
with disadvantage
I'm
because
gonna
you're
go
wearing
with
armor.
her.
Yep.
All right, whoever's going forward, make a stealth check.
And then,
Disadvantage if you have heavy armor. Yeah, yes.
oh god, I've
Oh.
got chainmail's heavy armor, isn't it?
Okay. Well, medium
Stealth
armor,
Stealth as well.
but I think that
Oh,
also
medium
counts.
armor.
I think medium armor
Wow.
also has
crap.
disadvantage.
I'm just
Wow,
as stealthy
that-
as
Oh, wrong one.
freaking.
Oh, that's even worse.
I'm supposed
Metal
to be
Gear,
cool.
Metal Gear Bard.
Stealth is optional for this mission. Alright, so you make your way. You think you're being quiet, but it's very clear among Delson, and even with the bad self roll that Fortune made, it's a case of you guys aren't being stealthy.
You hear all the clanking and clanking of trucks.
Yeah, basically, there's a rattle of your chainmail and such, and the sound of the scale mail like clacking against each other. It's not, and you can hear like the sound of Gregory's plate mail and everything. You guys aren't being
Floriana
stealthy.
Skipping along.
Yeah. So you get within about 80 or so feet, and you watch now as this figure. You can see it's wearing red robes with the hood down, and you can see the dark, greyish black skin of a tiefling. But you notice that the horns on the front appear to have been like almost as if they've been shattered. You can only see like jagged stumps on the front of it. And she kind of like looks slightly. You can see it's a female. Looks slightly in your direction before just focusing once more on the obelisk.
I'm gonna walk up to her.
No, can we tell what
No.
she's doing?
Just
Make an Arcana check.
Okay, do the thing.
No.
I'll
Go
I'll
on
see
You have
then.
no idea. No idea.
3 6s.
Okay, this is not good. We rolled 3 6s.
Who's
Oh,
dying
no.
this time?
What once happened may happen once more.
Oh, boy.
Please don't.
Whisper.
She appears to be interacting with the obelisk, but you're not sure which. Fortune, as you try and get forward, as you get within 30 feet, you kind of bump up against an invisible barrier. The rest of you guys watch as there's sort of like a flare of a dome before it just seems to vanish again.
So it's just still there. Like you could. Tap
You can't
on
see it.
Well, I know you can't see it, but you can tap on it, you can tell it's still there or something,
Yes.
or is it gone?
Can
Greg-
I knock on it and like say hello in Infernal to her?
She doesn't respond.
Oh.
I guess
Can
since
I
I
say-
can I try an Arcana check on the wall itself since I know it's there now?
Sure.
Okay. Because context is sometimes important to make new
Yeah.
rolls.
I'll say you only have time for this one. This appears to be originating from the obelisk itself. It is a barrier of protection that appears to make anyone... basically it's an impervious barrier, from what you can tell, that's been generated by this obelisk.
Not much else.
Not much else,
guess
because
I-
it's old magic.
Could we? I could tell. Gregory, do you have any idea of about?
Well,
the obelisk?
at this point, I would say you wouldn't be able to really debate about because the tiefling speaks up from within the barrier. You should not be here.
Surprise! We're here.
Hey, come, what the fuck are
Crocodile
you
rain.
doing here then? If we shouldn't be here, what the fuck are you doing?
She kind of just keeps looking at the obelisk, and Gregory steps up, just like he sees like clutching his head slightly, just like, Tiefling, I know not what you've done, but the bright spark has brought me to end you.
Ah.
And he just draws his sword and readies it. Tiefling once again just looks at Gregory and just says, "Oh, I know you. You're the one that didn't cooperate." She lowers her hand from the obelisk, turns to face you all, and you guys notice a familiar necklace around her neck. You watch as she pulls the gem off the necklace and just shines it towards you. There's a flash of light and fortune. About 10 feet away from you, you watch as a demon just appears out of thin air and steps upwards. The same demon that the rest of you had fought in the crypt.
I am jumping behind our dead friend Greg.
Alright, so you run back, I would say. Alright, so...
Get out my weapon.
She turns around. You see arcane energy pour into the obelisk as it basically erupts in light. I want everyone to roll initiative once I move us over to the battle area.
Yay!
Fun.
Okay.
I just got an idea.
Oh.
Good lord.
Ow.
I need to.
One
I'm gonna put
second.
that in there, but I need to clear the everything here.
Oh,
How
we
does
will.
that happen? Oh my god.
That is just bad luck. So we will say. So
Hooded
Well,
figure.
hey, at least we get to fight the demon again.
yeah, the demon should not be there. It should be there.
And I forgot to put the token in. Now that I learned how to put a token in.
It's fine. So there, and I'm just gonna use the Revenant token again for...
Oh, that's a crappy eight. Just still.
There we go, and then... So we're gonna...
Let me hit you with one of these.
Alright, so go ahead and everyone can roll initiative.
Guys, I have an idea.
Battering ram? Dwarven battering ram?
No, it's
Roll 20 does not like fortune.
Apparently not.
Although Gratian doesn't get to do his roll because he already did his roll and he got a natural 1.
Doesn't that one automatically make you go last?
It depends on the, whatchamacallit. It depends on the deck stuff.
Yeah. Because you can even add that one.
Okay,
It's
so...
like your initiative is still lower than Gracian's is. Because he rolled technically he rolled a 5. Even but not 1. That helped, like...
Necro Demon 2. Electric Boogaloo.
And...
Roll 20 froze for me.
It's cool. I think this is
not
this
a good
the one? Yes, it is.
This is all because of the
Yes.
6 roll.
It's okay.
Oh boy.
And then I'll just roll for Mr. Wizard. Okay, that's... Well, Miss Wizard, I should say.
It's a woman.
Yeah, female.
Yeah.
Old time.
Determined.
Alright.
Shit, this is like Samus Aran. This is like Samus Aran.
Okay, so...
It's Mordio.
Top of the round. It is the Obelisk's turn.
Oh god, Obelisk the Tormentor.
So
Obelisk itself has a turn.
it's essentially a lair action. But it's not an actual lair.
Ow!
That is
No,
a...
That must be something new. I don't remember that being a thing.
You watch as the bright energy darkens all of a sudden as the telltale sign of necromantic energy begins to spew upwards. You see the ground around you burst upwards as... Okay, that's how many, so... 1, 2... Okay. So that is... I need to just quickly check to make sure I've got the right things here. That is the wrong. That is the wrong. There we go.
Obelisk Tormentor, indeed. Just put the token of Obelisk Tormentor there.
No, I will not. So you watch as the ground bursts up, and crawling out from it is 2 zombies and 2 ghouls. Once I find the ghouls. Is that the ghoul? That's a skeleton. Yes, I've got tokens aligned here for when I need them.
Ghouls. I actually don't really know much about like ghouls. D&D.
They're like weaker zombies.
Yeah, I think I know they're like zombies. Weaker zombies.
There we go. So, unfortunately, they are at the top of the round, so they can't do anything, and all 4 of them are considered prone at the moment.
Oh, wait, I only see 2. I still only see 2 zombie tokens.
There's
Or the other.
2 there,
Yeah.
and there's 2
Oh, there
up
they
here.
are. I always like keeping it decently zoomed in. It feels really big for how I zoomed out and zoomed in.
Alright, so, it's the Babu's turn.
Babu. Just sounds like
Precious,
a silly name.
ferocious Babu.
Ferocious.
No bull, the enigma.
I'll just bring up its character sheet. So, it is going to... So let's see if it's going to do one of these.
I don't remember it being like...
So you watch as arcane energy forms in its hand, and you see a spear materialize. You just watch he twirls it around and throws it directly towards Gregory, who I need to adjust there. So that will be a... Yeah, that'll hit.
Can I cut it?
The attack roll or the damage?
The attack roll.
Okay, so that is... Because that is a 25 to hit.
A what?
25 to hit for Gregory.
20 bloody 5.
Oh, yeah, in that case, I should go damage.
Okay, so
Nothing I'd do.
Gregory will take... where's my d6? There it is.
Oof.
So 8. So he takes 7 points of piercing damage. That's after you're cutting words. So that is... he's still got his temporary hit points. So you watch as it like digs deep into Gregory's shoulder. He's just like... Argh! Just as he like grabs the spear, it kind of disintegrates into dust, and you can see the Babu now has the spear once more in his hand. That is going to be its turn. Trufnar, you're up.
Okay. Do I do the dumb thing? Yes, I do. Can I run up to it and try to hit it with my axe?
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Yay. Guys, I'm going to save the day. Look at me go.
22, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage. £14. Alright. Similar to when you had fought it before, it like hits into it, but it doesn't appear to do the damage that you would normally expect from a hit that heavy. But it does hurt it. You can like hit it in its side, and it can like staggers slightly.
Thomas?
Yes?
Permission to action, sir, please.
Alright, go ahead.
Did we determine this guy was just weak to all type things?
I'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
I forget.
Weird if it didn't.
Oof. Alright. So this time you're able, it kind of like, it's able to shift itself slightly, so you're able to, so you only just scrape across it. It does a bit of damage, but unfortunately it saw it coming well enough to avoid the worst of it. Delson, you're up.
Why do you hate me?
Okay. You say the barrier's impervious,
Yep.
so attacks can't enter into it, right?
As far as you're
Oh, yeah.
aware,
How
you don't
large
know.
is the barrier? Like it's only
One
the
sec,
width
I'll
on the
pop
other
it. I'll
side
pop
of
it up. I'll pop it up. Give me a second.
As I kind of forgot.
It
about
is that big.
Whoa.
Okay, that's helpful.
But could something within the barrier potentially damage it?
You can certainly try.
In
I
that
guess
case, I'm going to try to cast Shatter on the obelisk.
All right. You channel the spell and fire it forward. Go ahead and roll the damage for it. Oof.
Ooh,
So,
that's nice.
Uh,
job.
So you watch as the arcane energy of Shatter kind of generate inside of it, but as it does, the obelisk glows slightly, and the spell appears to rip apart into the shield before the shield itself shatters.
Oh my god.
So like, you actually broke the shield. Is that what actually happened?
Yeah, so the shield, as far as you're aware, is gone.
That's
that's-
quite a turn.
It's
That's
amazing.
Nice. He's a proverbial. Yeah.
Why do I get the sentence to come back at the beginning of the?
You don't know?
You're like Seth Rollins with a steel chair.
All right.
I mean, I don't know, but it's like I feel like it's just gonna take its turn to put it back up or something.
All right.
It
So
feels like with me.
Let's
that
see.
is your turn then. Nemesis, you're up.
I will, dash to the necromancer.
All right. The babu will get an attack of opportunity on you.
Can you not? Yeah, I guess you couldn't really dash around.
5,
can you?
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Yeah, she can make it there. But the babu will get an attack of opportunity.
Oh yeah, but you wouldn't be able to
Yep.
attack. So wouldn't you just maybe try to get somewhat close-ish? But maybe.
That's a natural 19 on its hit, so that's gonna hit. So that is going to be, and it's with the spear that he's using. That's using. So you take
Say through that.
7 points of piercing damage.
Alright.
As you
Not
watch,
bad.
as you watch
Obviously,
it,
some sort of
it
magic.
like jabs into your, it jabs into your stomach, and as you like kind of just charge through it, like lose its balance slightly, and the spear in your stomach just disintegrates into dust. And Drofnar, you watch as he just like flicks his hand and another spear forms.
So it's this demon's spiritual weapon.
I'm
Alright.
going to cast Thunderous
using
Smite on
sunlight
my
here.
hammer and then end my turn.
Okay.
We need to have like a house rule where people need to make like wisdom saving throws for making really bad puns.
Or I can just make rocks fall. I've got plenty of them.
Yeah.
All right, Floriana, you're up.
I'm just gonna quickly try and cast a frostbite on the babu.
All right. So that is a dex save, isn't it?
I think it's
Constitution save. That is a 19 on its con save,
Yeah. Okay then.
so no effect.
The distance.
Yeah, you're within range. Trust me.
I know I'm within range to do this. Yeah, I think I'll just stand where I'm at.
Okay.
Turn then.
Fortune, you're up.
Yeah.
I would like to, if my mouse would cooperate with me, short bow. The
Okay.
necromancer.
Go ahead and make an attack.
Oops, I hit
That's a
short
short sword.
I meant short.
Just
Never
doesn't matter.
mind.
It misses regardless.
I
You
hit
know,
her.
You just watch as the arrow just flies just wide of its mark. All right. So it is now the wizard's turn. You're a wizard, Harry.
Thinking of saying.
She is going to.
You're a witch, unknown tiefling.
I need to
I'm
just.
a what?
Just
You're
see.
a wizard, Harry. You're gonna do magic and shit.
Mr. Grinch.
Just quickly
You're gonna
looking.
die almost every year.
What?
What?
Kinda is true though.
What is happening?
I'm currently. Yeah, did it not save the spell list I made for him? Give me a second. I know the spells that I had for him.
I knew I should have asked if I could have used the dice I got for Evie instead of Roll20 today.
Okay, so she is going to use the spell.
I have one dice, but to be honest, I think the only thing I would.
That's a spell that I want her to use. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, Nemesis.
Oh, good God.
All right.
Gear.
Should be okay. You're a paladin.
Oh,
It's only a +1.
13.
Okay, I'm a paladin. I'm not God. I
Spell
don't know
save
why
is
you
16,
think that.
so...
I was just. I know. I keep forgetting. I believe paladin's actually a charisma based. Weirdly enough.
So, Nemesis, as you run forward and, like, raise your hammer to hit, you watch as the tiefling just just kind of, like, flicks her finger at you, and all of a sudden, you're at ground level, and you feel
Oh my God.
weird,
Wait.
as you are
Ground?
polymorphed into a rat.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Yay! Guys, we got a new pet.
Gratian, it's time for the Order of the Rat to have
Okay,
a new
change that
member.
onto the little Minnie Mouse.
So, I
No,
will...
this.
We have a
This
mouse,
is
a
the
rat,
So I
a
will just
bird.
put that there, and I
This is
will...
pod racing.
And I will just put in as as just for now.
Fucking what?
There we go. There is the little rat.
No.
Still
Yes.
have her little hair floof.
You
Oh
don't
my God,
know.
it's like an iridescent rat.
Yes, it's just a regular old rat.
That's awesome.
It's not even a rodent of unusual size.
No, it's just she knows not to give someone the ability to be a big old rat thing. Okay, so it is now Gregory's turn.
Nibble her toes.
So Gregory is going to... I got a lot of sheets I have to open now. He is going to run towards the demon. He's going to go ahead. He's going to make 2 attacks. So... First one hits. Second one hits. You know what? He is going to Divine Smite both of them. At second level. So, first mostly do the damage for just the regular old hit.
Oh god, does he too have a stand-up?
I didn't link it in here, but I found the I found an image of here's my stand, itsy bitsy spider, and suddenly Spider-Man just shows up as a stand. Wait, let me go see if I can find.
reference?
Let me go see if I can find that picture.
So, the bamboo
there are a couple
takes...
channels where it's back.
So it
Here it
takes
is.
that much from that, and then how much damage does Divine Smite do?
Here it is. You fool! You're now in range of my stand. The spider.
So,
Praise the sun.
so that is going to be... Oh geez, that is a lot for what he just burnt there. So let's just see. Because
That's
basically...
a lot of damage.
Yeah, because Divine Smite, it's
also a lot of
2d8,
damage.
unless it's a Fiend, then it's 3d8, plus an extra d8 for every level above first level. So,
He's rolling like
That's a lot of
5d8.
damage.
yeah, that's going to be a lot of damage. So the first
Crikey.
Divine Smite
The Ripper.
is going to
And he
be...
used it twice against him?
Yes.
Wow. Is that like 10d8 of damage?
Pretty much.
8d8. One sec, I gotta do math on this, give me a second.
88.
The sad thing would be is if it rolled all ones, since like that was
Thankfully it did. I mean, Nemesis can do Divine Smite as well. So that is 20. So the first hit does an additional 26 damage, radiant damage. So he gets a full hit from that. So that
Good
would
golly
be...
Christmas.
Is he just gonna one-shot kill it? Or like one-turn
I
kill
don't
it?
think
I
so.
would love that sentence. I would love that.
Yeah, I know I
Uh,
doubt it too, but it's...
It would be a Christmas miracle.
Eh, it's too bad it's not Christmas anymore. Almost
and
Well,
an
we still
additional
need the Christmas
14.
miracles.
No, but
It'll
just
depend on
you watch as Gregory like charges forward. He swings into its stomach. It digs in slightly, but not a whole lot, until you see a large explosion of radiant light erupt from his blade. And as he finishes off the swing, you can see his sword, now bathed in this light, slashes downwards across the demon's chest. The demon staggers backwards. It's looking rough.
How much damage did you deal?
I didn't count it all. It was a fucking lot.
Of damage.
What?
It was a fucking lot. We'll just put it as that. Gratian, you're up.
28 stab wounds.
This is the power of a Grand Paladin.
This is the power of a paladin.
Paladin, because isn't he only like a couple levels?
He's only one level above you guys.
Yeah, it's like he's
So
not that high- higher level.
Nemesis is very capable of pulling that damage off, but it burns her spells.
Please
Not right now, though,
tell
'cause
me
she's a
that you know
rat.
how-
Well, yeah, not
Oh,
at this current second where she is now a little rat.
Next level, you might be able to start doing that.
Yeah, but
It's
he's
okay, we'll take care of you.
he literally burned all his second level spells just for those hits.
Good
Is that the
job,
power
man.
of Ultra Instinct?
All right, so Gregory, Gratian, what are you doing?
Aw.
I'ma shoot the demon.
All right, go ahead and roll an attack.
Alright. Crap.
Misses.
Damn it.
Like as the demon's staggering back, he is able to duck quickly. So the attack misses, unfortunately. All right, so top of the round, the zombies are going to converge in. So they used half their movement to get up. So through there, 5, 10. The ghouls, I believe, have 30. Let's see. Just need to quickly check. I've got a lot of fucking, yeah. So 5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15. You know what? They're going to use a dash action. So 5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15, 20. So they can't do anything there. And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5,
What,
10,
Olena?
15, 20, 25, 30. So that one didn't make it. And top of the round, what does the obelisk do? 4. Okay. So that means...
8.
So you watch as the obelisk flares upwards again as a sort of dark ethereal energy begins to pour up from one part of the ground. And you see pulling itself out of the ground is what appears to be a ghostly swordsman. As it just stands up and looks directly at all of you. So it is over there.
Oh,
So that is its turn.
pretty scary.
And that is the obelisk's turn. So, it is now time for the demon. He is going to cast... That is the wrong one. I've got like 5 sheets up here. He's going to cast the darkness spell. Right in the middle of where he is. So let me just double check.
And that's the thing he did when he was trying to escape before. or
That's what he
whatever.
did at the start of the fight when you first fought him.
Oh, that's sorry, I know.
Yeah, so...
This feels familiar somehow.
So let me just quickly see. I'm pretty sure I've got a radius thing for the darkness spell. Kind of. This'll work. I just need to get it to the right size. So... 5,
Well, we
10...
know how to solve this.
Okay. So that's where it is. I'm just going to shift that aside because the demon's going to make a runaway. So
Yeah.
Gregory...
Yeah.
Again!
well,
it
he's
just
gonna
got hit
back
for,
away.
Like 100
So
damage.
he's gonna back away here. Go ahead and make an attack of opportunity with disadvantage, Trofnar.
I would be more than happy to.
Oh boy.
Can Gregory do
I'm
so
between a
too?
rock and
Yes.
a hard place.
13. No, that doesn't hit. Yeah, Gregory is going to make.
I've never told you that you're
Come
my
on,
favorite.
legend.
game.
So let's
Rick the legend.
see. 18. That hits. Unfortunately, can't divine smite
Kill him,
this.
kill him, kill him.
8.
Do what we could not.
12.
Give him pamphlets to show him the error of his ways.
Okay, so you guys watch
The
from
ones
those
that
of
I
you from those of you that can't see the circle, or no, Nancy, you turn around, you see the demon like staggering backwards. You see it's clutching a new wound that and you see Gregory's sword like sticking out from the area of darkness before it goes back in again. All right, so that is its turn. Drofnar, you're up.
Good lord, am I?
Yes.
Okay, how far away is this prick
He is
from myself?
20 feet away from you.
Oh my goodness.
But the
this
thing
my
is,
day of lucky.
I just
Can
need to check.
please
I
move
just
up
need to
to
check
it?
some at first here, just to make sure that darkness isn't rough terrain. Because if it is, then
Oh, please don't do this to me.
it is not rough terrain. So yes, you can run towards it.
Can I please run towards it then?
Yep. So there you go.
And then can I please try to hit it with my big spiky thing?
Okay, you get advantage for this because even though she is still a rat, she is still an ally. So the babu is still flanked.
Woohoo!
Okay, so Deary,
With
help me out
advantage.
here. How would a rat help me swing my axe better?
I'll
Squeak,
bite
squeak,
its toe.
squeak it.
Bite the ankle.
19, that'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Thanks, Wheelie.
10 points, okay. It's barely hanging on at this point. As you just like cleave away at part of it, like you can see the spine's actually exposed at this point. But it's standing, but it is not looking good. Alright. Delson, you're up.
Okay. Second verse, same as the first.
Okay, so
Casting shatter on the obelisk.
Okay, I mean the obelisk
it's-
can't fucking defend, so it gets hit.
Bim, bim, bim.
And that's a 2 for the wizard, the necromancer. So
It
necromancer's gonna take the
fails.
hits. Yep. So go ahead and roll damage. Although actually, because it's a fucking obelisk, it's probably gonna have resistance to that. Yeah.
It's literally a big thing of rock.
Yeah, yeah. Alright. So, yeah, I'm gonna say the obelisk has resistance just because of fucking magical rock. But that's still gonna be 12 points to that thing, so 58, and that goes down to...
Also, doesn't have to roll for concentration.
Yes, it does. So it's 5 plus...
Where rock has
plus
concentration.
12. Doesn't make the save. So, Nemesis. As you watch as the Babu basically charges towards you, you blink and suddenly you're at full height again. As the polymorph spell wears off due to the concentration.
Oh god, yeah.
And with that, sure, that's that as well. As you turn around to look at the necromancer, you can see that the obelisk shows signs of damage, and now there's like crackling coming from it. But still, that is Delson's turn. Nemesis, you're up.
I am going to turn to the demon. I'm just gonna be like, you and I have unfinished business, fucker.
Oh, she brings out the F word.
Ooh.
She means
Nemesis cursing.
Yep.
Irony.
Alright, I'm gonna fucking hit it.
Alright, go ahead and make an attack of advantage because it's flanked. That'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage. 11 points. Actually, one second, I need to just quickly check something about the polymorph spell to see if you still have your Thunderous Smite.
Yeah,
It's
exactly. And,
concentration, so I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't know if polymorph changes anything about that. Let me just quickly check.
and even though
You
you're a
can't
tiny
cast-
little mouse,
One
you
thing
still-
I did look. The one thing I did see is you can't cast spells, so I'd imagine
Can't
that-
cast spells, yeah. So I'll make the call and say that you still have Thunderous Smite. So go ahead and roll the damage for that.
Okay.
Alright, let me just check the damage because I forgot it.
I was double checking to see how certain effects would work. I guess mostly in case I got hit with it.
Wait, does it also get blown into Trothnar?
Wait, I don't think it moves it. Did it move it again? Oh wait, yeah, push 10 feet away from you and not.
Yeah, it deals a certain amount of lightning damage and pushes him 10 feet back.
Yep.
Or thunder damage.
Woohoo.
So 9 points. How do you want to do this?
Oh,
Yes.
yes, especially so it can fly away because it's 10 feet away. This can be very.
Alright, I can see. Hey, babe, do you want to help me kill this?
I would love to. I'm thinking I smash it in the back of its leg with my axe, and then you crush its head.
Yes.
I just want to say go
All right.
flying too.
So as the Babu just like raise its claw up to slice at you, Trofnar, you kind of like twirl your axe to the like the back end of it and just jam it deep into the back of its knee. It goes as it falls down onto one knee, and as it looks up, you just watch as the hammer smashes it clear in its face. For a few seconds, it just stays there before there's a as a thunderous smite takes effect. You guys all feel the shockwave, and you watch as the darkness spell just gets blasted away from it.
Yay. Do I get any effects of being right next to a thunderous smite?
I would say no, because you're on a slight elevation, so it's like more it was over the top of it.
So I wouldn't get blown back or take a little bit of damage
No.
from the shockwave.
No, you wouldn't. Yeah, that's just for flavor. But you hear the necromancer go, no! All right,
Woohoo!
Floriana, you're up.
I wanted revenge.
Yep.
That was satisfying, actually.
Finally, it's down.
Now, are we going to kill this wizard or what?
Yes.
Oh, we'll see.
So Floriana, what are you doing?
Yeah, now that's finally my turn.
Yep.
Please, there are 2 things near us.
I was gonna throw ice knife.
We're so squishy.
All right, for ice
on this one, the top
on
one.
that one. Okay.
Crap, I did not roll very good, but I have an 11.
Well, let's just see.
Really
Yeah,
good.
11 isn't it? It's 11, 12 is its AC, so you doesn't get the damage on that. But it now needs to make a dex save, don't it?
Yeah, it needs to explode, and the 2 of them need to make dex throws. I think it was.
So
yeah, dex saving
13 for the first one. That's going to be full damage for the second one. That's a 5. All right. So
throw. One. Hit or miss. The thing explodes. Target.
what's the DC for it? Just to check.
Should be 14, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. So they both take full damage.
2d6. Oh, wow, that's so crappy. I decided to look over what the damage is like. Oh wow, I'll roll 2 2s. Jeez.
All right. So
Look,
it is now Fortune's turn. Unless you want to move,
I guess-
Floriana.
I can't think of anything else to do. 'cause
Okay.
the Polymorph's gone, so I'm a little bit less
You
concerned
can move
about
up next to me.
that. So I like moves like right here or something.
I was gonna say maybe right over here.
You don't have to be. Don't I
You have to be
an
5
order
feet
for
within
your-
an enemy for sneak attack to happen.
Yeah, so I have to be standing next. to the thing.
Yeah. You'd have to be standing in melee range, basically.
Yeah.
The squishy team must work together.
Why the hell not? I'll move right here for now.
Okay.
I'll see how it ends up going. I guess I'll end up drawing my preparing for battle.
And I just realized I have 2 enemies literally right in front of me.
Brains?
Sorry.
No brains.
Uh,
Bad zombie.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, I guess that's my turn. I decided to move up to.
All right,
brains.
Fortune, what are you doing?
So yeah.
All right.
20
Yay,
on
don't
on
keep
the
me
one that's
rolling.
close to you? Okay, go ahead and roll damage, and then roll your sneak attack damage as well. Oof. So that's 5 points of damage total.
I still did something.
Yeah, so you kind of like just stab into its stomach and like twist slightly, but it's still standing. Looking hurt, but it's still standing. All right. So it is now time for the necromancer. He is going to do.
The thing.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out because it didn't save the spells on the actual sheet I made for this enemy, but I know the spells I wanted. I just need to remember their levels so I can mark them off. I need... Nemesis, I need you to make a saving throw with advantage. Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Just a saving throw? What
Yes,
would that be?
wisdom saving throw, I said.
Oh, okay.
With advantage. 14. Alright. So as you turn around to attack this tiefling, you kind of get a sense of like knowing and
That's it.
friendship, as it casts Charm Person on you.
Oi. Okay.
Oy vey. Okay.
And the tiefling says to you, it's like, they want to kill me, young one. Help me! Alright,
Oh boy.
Well, Nemesis was gonna be nicer.
so it is now Gregory's turn. He is going to use all his movement. In fact, he's gonna use all his movement just to get there. And he is going to... Nah, that'll be his turn. No, he's gonna dash, actually. Fuck it. He's gonna dash there. You watch, Nemesis, as Gregory, like, runs up. Sword at the ranger says, "Let's end this!" Gratian, you're up.
God.
All right.
Attack of opportunity.
Oh, Gregory.
Nemesis whacks Gregory in the face.
Don't hurt our deadbeat dad.
Gratian, what you doing?
Can I move like 15 feet forward?
5, 10,
and
15.
And I'll stab it.
Stabbing at the zombie. Go ahead and roll the attack.
That's in the heart.
Does he get advantage?
Nope. Flanked is clear on the other side.
Oh.
Cool.
So it's just going to be a normal roll. Natural 1. You try to give it a bit of flair, and you just end up like dropping your sword temporarily. Like it's like that one blooper from the Avengers where Thor tried to catch his hammer, but it's like shit.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Shit. All right. Top of the round. What does the obelisk do?
Hop around, what do?
All right. So. So, you see the sparks on the obelisk intensify. So, I'll just put that in there. But you see from the ground a rather familiar creature from the crypt begin to crawl up from the side as a white
boy.
appears.
Oh, that's not that bad.
No, that's just not
One of
white.
my favorite images in this whole campaign is Nemesis with the white, so.
Yeah. Okay, so now, because everything's top of the round for these guys, Nemesis the White, that just got summoned, so the zombie that you tried to attack, Gratian, it's going to make an attack on you,
That's pretty fair.
and the other zombie is going to make an attack on Delsin. So, first most, let me just pull... I've got so many fucking sheets here. So, there we go. So, Gratian, that's a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And Delsin, that's an 18 to hit.
Can I hellish rebuke?
Sure. But first I will roll damage. So, Gratian, you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Delsin, you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. And what saving throw do they need for Hellish Rebuke?
Dex.
-2 on the dex. That is a 9.
It does not make it, so
Okay.
it's taking full damage.
Alright, so what's the damage for it? 14.
It's... No, wait, that was the DC?
No, that's the damage. 2d10.
Oh, it also rolled the damage.
Yeah, it says what the dex is and the damage. I guess that might be a new thing they've
Nice.
added recently.
Some of them are designed better. Like mine don't say. I don't.
Okay. So you watch as the zombie
Might be
just
how
like
we edited it.
just erupts into flames. Normally when something erupts into flames, they start going crazy and trying to get out, but it just looks at you as the flames just die down.
That
So I'm
is
pretty sure
terrifying.
they die down. All right, it is now the ghoul's turn. One's going to make an attack. So the one that Fortune attacked is going to make an attack on Fortune herself with the claws. That's a natural 19, so that's going to hit.
Yeesh.
You said it's attacking me.
Yes.
I would also like to Hellish Rebuke.
Okay.
Ooh.
I also need you to make a Constitution save.
Constitution save. Oh god.
You also take
Wah, wah.
So you take 8 points of slashing damage. And so what's the DC for your Hellish Rebuke then? Or if it's just quick Hellish Rebuke, it should say for you.
The fire damage. That's nice.
I clicked the thing. Why did it not show up?
I don't know.
Anyways, it's 13 that it needs to.
Natural 20. Takes off damage.
Yay!
So go ahead and roll 2d10.
You restore the link control to do this
Well,
spell once.
So that puts it down
Here
to
we are with a
6.
triple 6.
Yep. But as the spell comes out, you suddenly freeze up. You are paralyzed. The other ghoul is going to go ahead and make an attack on Floriana. Again with its claws. That is a 19 to hit. Hit. I need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Where is it?
You take 8 points of slashing damage yourself.
Why did you
Just make the save.
I know, I'm running back now. Basically.
What'd you say, Tom?
You take 8 points of slashing damage and you are paralyzed. You're not paralyzed even.
Oh, I actually made the save?
Yes, you just made the save. DC is 10.
It's nice having that proficiency bonus, because otherwise I'd be -1 con.
Yep. So, and then I just need to get the character sheet for the Sword Wraith Warrior. Which is going to... Okay, so that's half its action. It's going to dash, so that gives it 45 feet. You know what? It's going to go straight for the Necromancer. Straight for you guys.
It would be nice if it went straight for the Necromancer. Nice
Now well, it's going in the Necromancer's direction. Alright, Trofnar, you're up.
Good heavens. Okay, I might have to run back and help with the squishies.
It's up to you.
Okay.
You can make it here, which will mean that you can attack the zombies. You can't make it to the ghouls.
Yeah, then can I run and try to hit one of the zombies?
Alright, so say you go here, so you can make the attack with advantage.
Yay.
Really, I don't actually know for sure if any of us actually know.
15, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
I would say the only person that could know is like Krofnar and Gregory, but
Hello.
You don't know.
yeah, you don't know.
It's
Alright.
possible that even they don't know. Only you and the Necromancer know actually is possible.
I don't know that I'm charmed yet.
Well, as far as you're aware, this Necromancer's your friend.
Yeah.
So you might
Alright.
not know you're charmed, but you are charmed.
Delson, you're up.
Salome, are you trying to break a blossoming new friendship here?
Indeed. I don't think they'll work together. I mean,
Okay, I'm
Tiefling and Asimir, they already naturally hate each other. I'm joking.
Wow,
Whoa,
that's
okay.
extremely
I know,
racist.
I'm joking.
That
I
is
know, I'm joking.
my game.
I'm going to use my last
Wow.
2 spell slot to once again shatter the obelisk.
Okay. That is a 14, is it?
Yep, and also try to have the Necromancer in the line too.
15 just makes it.
Yeah.
And obviously, obelisk is a fucking obelisk. But it still takes off damage because it's a magic rock. 6 points! Oof! So, if I just put... Well, that's 6 points for both of them, yeah, so... That.
Turn now? Yes. So, what are we doing with her now?
Just give me a second. So, it needs to make a
Wait
constitution...
and see.
Concentration check.
No, I thought we were... That turn was over.
5, 6... It just makes it, so the charm still holds on to Nemesis.
How's the obelisk looking now?
It is, like, there is a lot of lightning arcing around it. It is badly damaged. But it still seems to be functional.
Damn.
Bang.
Okay. Nemesis.
Oh God.
I need you to make an attack roll.
No.
Oh,
Yes.
Please be shit, there. Please be shit.
Watch her get a 20.
No.
Yeah.
That hits.
Oh.
Roll damage. And the
No,
Thunderous Smite
no.
damage.
Oh, Thunderous Smite damage.
Oh,
I thought that was only for one. Or
Is
am I
it just
thinking
for
of a different
one?
No,
it
it's
was.
not. It
Oh.
continues as long as I have concentration.
I thought it was that one hit one.
I need to be held right
Do you
now.
still have concentration if you're charmed?
It doesn't say, I don't think it said anything. It doesn't say anything about dropping concentration. Oh, and it's a full damage on that too.
No.
Are you gonna kill Gregory?
No.
You can't
Jeez.
kill.
And he
Gregory.
gets
Gregory.
knocked
I know,
back
so
10
he can-
feet, doesn't he?
Yes.
True, we can't kill him.
Just give him like half an hour.
So you
for
just swirl your hammer and swing it, and you actually watch as Gregory just like looks slowly to, as in slow motion, it hits him in the chest, and he goes flying backwards, rolling down the hill a bit before he eventually just gets onto is like he's looking hurt. Like there's a big dent in his breastplate.
Oh yeah, we just don't freaking 21.
If only
Uh,
we still had a healer.
I ask you to be terrible one time, okay?
And you go completely ham.
Yeah.
Just need to quickly
Okay.
check because I'm
Roll the
pretty
dice,
sure.
though.
Yeah, I think you can make another wisdom saving throw, I think, but I'm just gonna check. I need to check the rules on Charm Person to see if it's you can do it again or not.
What are the rules?
Usually it's you can make a save a turn. You one of them.
That might be in 3.5. I don't know about 5th edition.
Maybe. I know. That's a lot of Charm Person. Is
It's also at the DM's discretion.
it? Indeed, it's up to the discretion, but they also Rebel quiet.
I would say
If it saves, fails saving throw.
because that's the problem is it doesn't say whether or not you remake the roll.
Mm-hmm.
It says it is charmed by you until the spell ends, or
Okay.
until you or your companions do anything harmed it. So
Oh yeah, no. So you are still charmed.
a creature knows when the spell ends, creature knows.
I don't want to kill my dad.
I'm just gonna make Gregory roll an intelligence check. Unfortunately, he doesn't have high intelligence to see if he knows. That's okay. Let's jump with that. No, he doesn't know. You just attacked him for no
No.
reason.
No. Gregory, I love you.
Floriana, you're up.
Yeah. Yeah, from what it looks like, it will actually continue until the duration ends, or until
Oof.
she has to attack, until she gets hit by one of the enemies. That is kind of nasty.
Yeah, until the concentration's broken or the spell ends.
I think I'll prep up my Dragon's Breath, and I will, blast it at the two ghouls in front of it.
Okay, I'm not even gonna make the cone for that one because that's gonna hit him. I know you're angling it in a
so
way.
Yeah, and I don't think I'm gonna hit my ally. Either.
This necromancer's evil. What do you expect?
This is so sad. Nemesis made a real connection, and then
Just whacked him in the chest.
Yeah,
Ah.
so dex save for the ghouls. That is a 19 for the first one. That is a 19 for the second one, so they take half damage.
Seriously?
Yeah.
2 19s? They're freaking
Well,
ghouls.
17 plus 2.
Freaking ghouls. I'd expect them to be slow.
I don't decide what happens. It's the rolls.
I also
12,
like how
6.
anyone that Nemesis gets kind of close to dies.
Okay. So,
Okay. What the ghoul that fortune hit is looking really rough.
What?
Like it is barely hanging on.
BRB.
Alright.
Okay, and no wait, did this? Yeah. I need to take an action and walk away. So
What?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you're
I
either
might
gonna
just
have
do
to. You're just gonna take
yeah,
it.
probably. I think I would be best to stand here because I don't think if I walk away even just 5 feet, I'm gonna get hurt.
All right. So I just
yeah,
need to
probably
quickly.
best standing still.
Yeah.
Don't leave me.
Fortune, you're paralyzed. But go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw again. See if you can shake it off. 12. All right. suddenly get movement back into your body again as the paralysis kind of wears off on you.
Yay!
It
Can I
is-
attack?
No, that because that uses your action. Like it's you basically skip a turn, but at the end of the turn you can make the roll.
Hooray!
All right, so it is now time for the necromancer. So she is going to use. Just seeing here. What's the range on this spell? I need to see the range on the spell.
But
30 feet. That's not gonna make it. She is instead can't do that. That's a concentration spell. Yeah, she's just gonna throw a ray of sickness at Trofnar.
okay, sure.
So ray of sickness. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I'm good at those.
Yeah, you're a nice hardy dwarf and a fighter.
Yeah. What's your AC?
Mine,
Yes.
a grand total of 16.
17. So you take the damage.
But look at my constitution. Look at
No.
my constitution
You
saving
take
throw.
you take the damage, but you don't take the effect after that.
Uh-huh.
Like weakened or something.
It would be poisoned, but
Poison,
you do still take the poison damage. So you take
Great, which is how much?
that is 4 points of poison damage.
What did I
Okay.
miss?
Dropnar got blasted with a poison ray.
Yeah,
I did.
but
I
he
got
doesn't
the-
get
I
the
got
poison.
the
He doesn't get the poison effect though.
How much?
Just a 4, we're good. We're still cooking, don't worry.
All right.
Yeah.
Still cooking.
So it is now Gregory's turn. Ooh. What's he gonna do? Alright, the dice has spoken. He is going to stand up and he is going to do his objective, which is he's going to run at the necromancer and attack, but his first attack gets disadvantage because I'm going to say with your charm, as a reaction, you're going to use Protector, Nemesis.
Okay.
This
So-
is evil.
Worst.
First
You are the
attack.
worst, yeah.
Disadvantage, natural 1. And then his second hit. 2 natural 1s in a row.
Hell!
What the?
Shit?
He is just battered and he is struggling to stand at this
He's
point.
heartbroken.
Please realize what's happening to me.
He seems to
We
be
shouldn't
just
have come to this.
he seems to be dead focused on this necromancer.
Okay.
Good enough for him to not be trying to whack you in the face.
Gratian, you're up.
Gratian.
Alright. Oh yeah, sorry.
Do the
You see
thing.
that?
Stabby stabby.
So you
Oh,
stab in
having
the zombie.
A mini meltdown.
Yeah, I know, it's adorable.
Yeah, try not to kill Gregory, or at least, half kill him.
Right.
15, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Finally. Um,
8 points of damage. Okay. That hits that much. Zombie that you're focusing on, looking pretty rough. Alright. So top of the round, I'm literally only using the Babu on the turn order now for the top of the round. So, more sparks appear on the obelisk as its damage is starting to take a big toll. So it is going to... Alright. But the obelisk doesn't appear to do anything.
Bless you.
So nothing happens with the obelisk. So now it's... So this sword wraith is going to run forward and attack Gregory.
No.
That's a miss.
He dies, no.
And that's,
Flee.
even with advantage, misses.
Oh, thank God.
Thank
Alright, just kind of like cleaves across the armor, but doesn't take hold. This, so 5, 10, 15. Alright, that's its turn. So the zombie that attacked that was attacked by Gratian is going to make an attack on Gratian. So that is 13, so that's probably a miss.
Yeah, it is.
Zombie that attacked that it's going to attack. That's a 2. The ghouls are both going to make a bite. One on Floriana, that's a miss. One on Fortune, that is Jesus fucking Christ. Even with her low AC, that's all of them miss. Everyone missed.
Yay.
Shrafnar, you're up.
I'm so
Come on.
sorry.
Okay, I'm just gonna hit something with my axe.
Okay. So which one? The nearest zombie or?
Yeah, the one right in front of me.
Okay, roll again because you got advantage. That hits. Actually, that's a crit regardless. So you don't need to roll it because that's a crit.
Coco.
You crit on a 19. So
then
go ahead and
roll
roll damage. Right. I mean, just think about Undead Fortitude. Doesn't work if it's a critical hit. So that zombie is not coming back. You just cleave down the middle of it as it falls
You
dead.
destroyed the brain.
Thank God we finally killed something.
All right,
Squishies, your hero has arrived.
I mean, we killed the babu already.
Delson, you're up.
Yeah, but that was.
I'm actually just going to keep. I'm going to take out Evie's crossbow, aim it at the necromancer, and fire.
Go ahead and roll an attack. Oh wait, charm is not concentration. I just quickly checked for charm person. It is not a concentration spell.
Ooh.
But yeah, that misses. All right, Nemesis. Roll an attack.
Don't. Oh.
Oh. She needs cuddles.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. It misses. In fact, Gregory's gonna have a quick look. Yeah, no, he can see your eyes are clouded at this point. Right. So, Floriana, you're up.
Yeah, there's quite a long. Oh, that's a duration.
It's an hour.
Yeah, I'm just gonna breathe at him again. It's like, why not?
Okay, so let's see. That is an 11 for the first one. That is an 18 for the healthier one. I mean, the first one's dead. I'm not even going to say anything. It's got 1 health left. It is dead. That one takes 3 points because it made the save.
7 damage.
Oh, 7 points. That's still 3 points because you round down. You half it and round down.
Is it round down?
Yeah, it's round down.
Oh, it is handy to have the 1's turn to 2, which means
Yep.
damage does turn from 3 to 6.
Yeah, but it's still, this thing takes 3 damage. Okay, so, Fortune, it's your turn.
Can I move right here where the dead one was?
Yeah, I'll just shift it over here for now.
Take it out the way.
Yep. Go ahead and roll an attack on this one then. Misses. I mean, you have a dagger, so you can make another attack, but you just will have to subtract 2 from it because you're not proficient with your dagger. Because you're not proficient with dual wielding.
Oh, true.
I thought
Worth a shot, I guess.
I thought rogues were proficient at dual wielding.
Not naturally. So negative 2, that still hits, so go ahead and roll the damage for your dagger.
Yay! Why?
2, and then roll your sneak attack damage.
Come on!
Oh,
Alright.
wow.
It's looking rough. It's looking very rough.
4 damage. I could have just done with a dagger stab normally.
Oh,
Alright.
Anna, that was really funny.
It is now the Necromancer's turn.
Hit me. Hit me.
Kinky.
Now that I know that it's not concentration, so it's a 40-foot cube for this, so
Ooh.
I need everyone here, because the Necromancer is going to cast slow. I need you all to make a wisdom saving throw outside of Nemesis.
Wait, what? Who? Where?
Everyone but
We're all in
Nemesis,
range.
wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, we're all in the range of effect except for Nemesis and Gregor.
Yeah, Nemesis and Gregory, no.
You said wisdom?
Yes.
Me.
Oh,
Delson's the only one that makes it. So, everyone except for Delson, you have -2 to your AC and Dex saving throws. You can't use your reaction, and you can only use an action or a bonus action. And you can
That's a
only make
lot of
one
effects. I
melee
didn't
attack.
know.
Yeah, Slow's a powerful spell.
Jeez. I didn't think it would be that powerful.
Alright.
Kill it.
Let me relook over all the effects.
We're trying.
Gregory
-2.
is going to...
I can move 15. You take half movement, -2 AC.
Yeah, he's going to move forward 5 feet. And he's going to attack the obelisk.
Action.
Yes, do it, please.
Like a bow.
He misses. He's going to make another attack on the obelisk.
How do you miss a rock?
That hits. So, time for
The
his
rock's
damage.
sturdy.
It's more like it just doesn't care that I got hit by a spell.
Break the
Or a
rock.
sword.
Yeah, that'll do it. You watch as he like charges through. The lightning is basically like erupting around it at this point, as it appears the damage has caused something to this thing, and he just cleaves into it. There is a large explosion. I need. So from here, I need Nemesis. I need you to make a Dex saving throw.
Okay.
Oh.
Neither of you make it. So, you take... Where is that dice? That's a d20. That is the wrong dice. Okay, that is actually stupidly lucky. You take 1 point of force damage.
That's the only temporary hit point I have left.
Alright. And you are blasted back 10 feet.
Well, thank God.
So 5, 10.
Nope.
That's it. The Necromancer makes it, so technically no damage.
Fuck this necromancer.
And you watch as the undead creatures, they're still standing, but they're starting to disintegrate. So, Gratian, you're up.
I will shoot the necromancer.
Alright, go ahead and roll the attack. I'll hit, go ahead and roll damage.
Finally, something's going my way.
Also, what's that about being hit, Nemesis? Doesn't that kind of do anything, or what?
Is it the necromancer or the obelisk that had charm on me?
The Necromancer.
Yeah, it also says companions as well, but
Yeah, does the obelisk count as an ally for the necromancer?
that's kind of a weird context.
It
That would
counts.
that would really be up to you.
I'm gonna roll a d20.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that would be classified as companion. Because it's clearly
Woo!
assisting the Necromancer.
I am uncharmed.
Alright.
Okay, good job.
And now she knows what happens.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're aware of being charmed, and I assume.
And
you know
she
everything.
saw herself hit Gregory.
Yeah.
Okay, go over there and heal him.
Okay, so, and I need to also make the save for the Necromancer to see if the slow effect stays on. Because, oh boy. So, first mouse. Yeah, makes the save, so you guys still have slow. Alright, so,
See, so that was a concentration-based thing.
yeah, slow is concentration.
Oh.
So, let's roll a d4 to see who can keep themselves together. You watch as Trofnar and Delson, you watch as his zombie essentially I don't feel so good's away as it just collapses into ash. Unfortunately, the other 3 is still going, so the 5, 10, 15, so the ghoul is going to make a bite attack on to Floriana.
Wait, what?
I'm being bitten.
Yes, that is a 9 to hit, so that's going to miss. And the White is going to make an attack on you. Fortune. So that is going to...
These roll low.
Please roll very, very low.
Actually, no, it's going to use a longsword attack for its first hit. That is a 10 to hit. And its second
That
one,
hits me.
and the second one... Really? You're
I thought you had 12 AC.
Yeah.
Slow. Don't we take -2 to our
minus
AC?
2. Yeah. So yeah, that hits.
Can I cut that hit?
Sure. I mean, you don't need to roll because it's gonna make it a miss anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's going to use its life drain attack on you for the second one. That'll hit. That is a 13 to hit. So yeah. So 1d6 plus 2. You take 7 points of necrotic damage. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
Mhm.
You said Constitution?
Yes.
That crappy roll you got.
Alright. So, until you finish a long rest, your maximum health is reduced by 7. Oh, wait, actually, one sec. Just give me a sec, because it's daylight, and I just realized one little thing. Yeah, no, it still hits even with that. Fuck.
Daylight.
Does it like daylight?
While in sunlight, the white has disadvantage on attack rolls. And that is, it's fucking whatever,
Yeah.
so it
You
doesn't...
don't need to do anything with the other one.
Actually,
So,
one second.
until long rest, it's
Okay,
my max health is done by 7.
so, no, what I'll do here, because I did the rolls here... Delson, go ahead and roll for the cutting words, just quickly.
Okay.
Because going by this...
The other hit actually would still miss.
So, going by what I rolled then, that would be a natural 1 for the sword hit. So that would have been missed anyway, so I assume Delson would have used that for that one, but no, that would still hit. So yeah, until you take a long rest, your maximum health is reduced by 7.
Okay.
Alright, Trofnar, you're up.
Okay,
You have half movement speed. How half is 25?
That would be...
12.5.
Yeah, so that would be rounded down, that'd be 10.
You can't freaking go anywhere.
But I can get there with sprint.
Yes.
I don't think you can. Can you sprint?
As an action, yes.
Okay, that's how that works.
And then, so...
So you...
Okay, yeah, can I dash to here?
Okay, yep.
Or there, whatever.
Yep, so it's weird. You know in those films where you see the slow motion running, you see this actually happening. Alright, Delson, you're up.
I'm kind of
Okay.
reminded, for some
Can
reason,
I use
of...
my movement and a bonus action to give
little-
Misfortune up the potion of healing. I
You
have
can
in
only
my
get
bag.
that far.
But
Oh wait,
I'm
no,
not
wait,
slowed.
no, you're not slowed. Whoops, yeah.
I'm reminded that...
I
I
completely
remember
forgot
the
about that.
scene from Red vs. Blue where, like, a time
So
thing
yeah, I'm
happened.
using my bonus action to give her the potion.
Okay, so you hand her a potion.
I'm
Yep.
reminded of that, the
you-
one scene in Red vs. Blue. Okay, hold on.
I shall now.
Can you give
I am
those
now going to fire at the necromancer.
Okay, go ahead and roll the attack.
My own magic's attacks.
21 will hit, go ahead and roll damage. Six points. She's looking hurt. Alright,
Not getting away this time.
Nemesis, you're up.
Oh god, I feel a mix of horrible, terrible, off. Alright, let's see. This guy's disintegrating. Alright,
Hello?
Hello?
No.
Hello.
I lost it. No.
I thought he was talking. Alright, I'm going to go up to the necromancer and attack.
Alright, go ahead and roll the attack.
This bitch just charmed me. Right,
Come on, big money.
That'll hit, go ahead and roll damage.
Very few whammies.
Alright.
Is Thunderous Smite still up?
Lasts a minute.
Yep.
Oh wait, isn't it concentration when you get hit?
Yeah.
So
concentration.
did you make a concentration check from when the obelisk hit you?
Oh. Okay. How do I do that?
Just roll concentration is basically a constitution save.
Alright.
Yeah, which is based on damage, I think.
Yeah, it's basically 5 plus the damage that was dealt, so you make the save, so you keep Thunderous Smite.
Alright.
So yeah, so
So
10
did
points of
you-
damage. Plus
Hold on. And then that.
17. Yeah, she is looking hurt. She is looking very hurt.
And then I'm going to look at Gregory and just go, I'm so sorry.
After the fight! Floriana, you're up.
Well, it's nice that this is based on concentration. I'm just gonna breathe more ice at the freaking two of them.
Oh wait, actually, I just realized I gotta do the concentration check for that. So that is 17. Oh, jeez, I don't think even a natural 20 is gonna... 19...
What concentration?
For the
Oh, wait,
Necromancer, for
slow.
slow.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
slow.
even with a 19, that's... Oh wait, no wait, isn't it half the damage plus... One sec, I need to fucking check this.
Math.
Wasn't it
Everybody's
5
friend.
plus damage?
No, I got it here. At least I think.
But,
Casting a spell, concentration, there we go. So whenever you take damage, when you're concentrating on a spell, you must make a constitution saving throw to maintain your concentration. The DC equals 10 or half the damage you take, whichever number is higher. So that would be let's see, so that's 17. Half of 17 is 9, so it's 10. So it actually makes a save. Oof. So yeah, slow is still in effect.
well, still lucky that how the errata of my thing is. I can just keep breathing ice and it doesn't really affect me, honestly.
Yeah,
I'm gonna-
sure. Yeah, I'll just double check on the slow because I know it's a bit weird with spells.
It's technically not a spell anymore. I am continuously using a spell that's active.
Yeah, I can see
It's
it.
kind
There.
of, it's closer to me just breathing to make an attack.
Yep. Okay. Yeah.
So,
I'll accept that.
I'm gonna do another ice breath at the two of them.
All right.
And
So
finally some damage.
the ghoul.
Damage.
That's gonna take the full damage. He is gone. And then the
You burden man.
white, it's natural 1. He takes a full damage. So that is there we go. Make another wisdom saving throw as well.
You have to shake it off.
Yeah.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw. Let's hopefully not roll 1 this time. Last time.
No, you don't make the DC.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
So, yep. Okay. Fortune, you're up.
DC's probably. I imagine DC's probably somewhere between 14 and 15.
So I'm just gonna make an attack on the right.
Okay.
White.
Misses.
On Phoenix, right? Phoenix White.
Okay.
That is right.
Load, so that's probably about all you can do.
Yeah. So go ahead and make another wisdom saving throw, Fortune.
You said wisdom?
Yes. No, you're still under effective slow. The
Speed up.
Necromancer is going to... What spell is he gonna use now? He's using a concentration. She is going to use...
I should go away.
I'm gonna roll a d4 to see if they goes for Gregory or Nemesis on this one. Going for Gregory. Okay. At least I'm pretty sure if this is a... And let's see, the spell she is going to use is not that one because it's concentration. I forgot I gave her a lot of concentration spells for some stupid reason. It's going to be Toll the Dead.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Hold the door.
So, Gregory, so what save does he have to make? A Constitution saving throw, I think it is. Helps if I actually... There we go, let's neaten this up a bit. There we go. Wisdom saving throw. Okay. Makes a save! So,
Oh, God.
yep, so you all hear like an ominous bell ring out, but no effect.
For which thing just happened?
So it used Toll the Dead, but Gregory made the save.
Keep rolling,
try-
rolling, rolling.
So,
Try to Hodor.
Gregory is going to run up and make 2 attacks.
Does this count as flanking?
No, it doesn't.
Come on,
Okay.
Greg.
So, first
Him
attack,
in the dick, Greg.
that hits. Second attack, natural 20, and he's going to Divine Smite both of them.
Yay.
So he's burning 2
There you go,
more of
man.
his level 1 spell slots. He is nearly out of spells. So, for the first hit... So that's 14 points for the first hit. And for the second hit, that is 24 in total. That's with both hits. So that, and then the Divine Smite, which is 2d8 per. So that is
Stand the power.
that's a 1. Another 1.
Oh my god.
It's a 3. I think is it?
Better than
No,
1.
that's a 2. My mistake, that's a 2. And another fucking 1.
I hate your dice.
I
Oh,
hate
wait,
it too.
There's still like 20 damage on that then.
Oh, well, 20 damage from the 2 hits, plus the Divine Smite, yeah. The Necromancer is hardly standing.
It needs to make concentration saves, right?
Yep, that's going to be a lot of concentration checks that it needs to make. And it fails on the first one.
That's good. It's annoying to have to make 5 different ones, and then it succeed on.
So the slow spell dissipates.
Thank Christ.
Gratian, you're up.
Can I go towards the Necromancer and try to convince her to give up?
You can
Just shoot her.
you can certainly try.
I guess I'll do
This will go well.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Alright, disadvantage.
How disadvantaged is please surrender or die.
Basically, it's there has been no indication that of wanting to spare her. Basically, all right.
Problem is, I don't think Gertrude can spare her.
There's no. She doesn't seem to acknowledge it. Top of the round. So, the Sword Wraith is going to make an attack onto Gregory. That's going to hit.
No.
So that is a d10 plus 4. So that's 9 points of slashing damage onto Gregory. You watch as he finishes his sword and he just like flourishes it, ready for another hit before you watch as a blade is stabbed clear through his chest. He's still standing, but only just. And he's gonna, as a bonus action, it's going to use its Martial Fury ability. That lets it attack twice, basically.
So
And it
action
hits.
surge.
Essentially, yeah, and it hits. So that is... Oof. That is 8 points of piercing damage.
No, Gregory.
He is just barely standing at this point.
I'm so screwed.
Like, you watch as the sword goes away, and then you watch the sword, like, digs deep into the side of his neck. As I said, Gregory, he's able to, like, shake it off, but he is not in a good way.
We're gonna die.
Oh yeah, I've also got to do a d4 to see...
I mean, there's advantage of having the person who legitimately can't
enough.
die. tank
The
everything.
White and the Sword Wraith are able to hold themselves together. Delson, you're up.
What about Trothnar?
Oh, Drofnar, you're up even.
Oh yeah, sorry.
You
Hello.
got full movement again. The slow spell is gone.
Good. Thank God. Okay. How is this guy doing?
He's looking pretty
That's it.
healthy.
Yeah, then can I go here?
Yep. That's not flanking, by the way.
Oh shit, then can I go
That's
here? Then,
flanking.
please? Yeah, can I go there then? I want to
Yes.
flank. 'cause
Go ahead and
flanking
make an
sounds fun.
attack with advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, oops, wrong one.
Whoops.
Sorry, don't kill me. There you go. There you go.
14. Oof. Alright. Well, it was looking pretty healthy. Now it's looking pretty hurt.
Yeah.
As you just
you're
kind of
welcome.
dig your axe into the back, you watch it sink in about 2 or 3 inches before you're able to pull it out again, just with a torrent of blood that appears from it. Delson, you're up.
Yeah.
I'm going to move 15 feet
Yep.
this way. Load Evie's crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
Say a small prayer.
Mm-hmm.
Platinum Dragon, please guide this bolt true. And I'm firing at the Necromancer.
Okay, go ahead and roll the attack.
On
See a natural
please.
20.
Good.
Oh. 11. Misses. It fires wide and you watch it ricochet off the remains of the obelisk.
Damn it.
Richard O'Shea.
Nemesis, you're up.
Ooh. All right. I am going to. Let me check this real quick. Since I forgot to add my divine smite until, last week.
Divine Smite, and you haven't used it, but obviously Gregory's going all out, so that's why he's burnt his Divine
Yeah.
Smites like no tomorrow.
Alright.
Yeah.
I am going to attack. This time.
Well, you don't need to declare Divine Smite until you see if it hits or not.
I know.
Let's see. That's all.
Yeah, I'll do this. I'm gonna drop my shield and go two-handed.
Okay.
Ah!
Natural fucking 20!
Nice
Are you
crit.
going to display your wings too as a show of dominance?
Well, it's time.
If I get a, how do you want to do this?
How do you want to do this? It had 1 health left.
Oh my god.
Wow, really?
All right then.
Do Greg's jobs for him, you know?
I am going to.
Let's go an awesome X-Tech rebope attack. Nothing
Yeah,
cool.
I'm gonna use a of it to, so that I can, crush her fucking skull in while my wings, splay out.
I'm just playing the freaking unlimited blade works.
Alright, so
Why that
your wings erupt out your back,
It just sounds
and
very triumphant.
and the necromancer watches as you fly upwards about 5 feet before you dive down and hit her square in the face. There's like a brief moment of silence where time seems to stop before the head just completely is severed from the neck, and you keep going before you slam the head down into the ground, completely just turning it into pulp. You watch as the body just stands there for a few seconds before it collapses. At the same time, you watch as Gregory turns around to see the sword wraith, but as he does, he staggers backwards and falls on his back.
You killed him.
Alright, so, Floriana, you're up.
Sadly, this thing's still here. Okay, then. Well, based on how I know cones work, I will move here and just breathe at it again.
Okay.
As far as I'm aware.
Yeah, it's a 9, that's not gonna make it.
Yeah. 3d6. 3d6, not 3d7.
13.
Nice damage.
It is looking rough.
Well, yeah, I can't think of anything else I can do.
Alright,
Move action and. breathe at it.
Fortune,
Yeah.
you're up.
And this would be with advantage because of
Yes.
flanking?
Yes. That'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, thank God.
You can sneak attack it.
7. He doesn't even need to do a sneak attack. That'll do it. So you stab into its chest as it, like, turns around towards Floriana and just kind of, like, force it to look at you before you twist the short sword and just essentially, like, palm frost it off as it falls down dead, and it just watches it dissolves into ash.
I'm just leaning on my sword with a thumbs up.
That's
good.
kind of like,
You have a sword?
That's what I've been using.
I thought you were using a dagger.
I have a dagger.
I have both.
Necromancer's dead. Gregory's non-responsive.
You have big
Top of
sword,
the
broken sword.
round. Let's see. In fact, because it's just a sword wraith,
Duration.
Isn't it Gracian's turn?
it is.
Yeah.
It would be, but top of the round. Remember, the undead and such go. So it's just a C. Yeah, that's a 7. So the sword wraith, without the obelisk sustaining it, its form just dissipates. Alright, so with that, all combat has ceased. What do you all do?
Yes, we'll
Is
go check on.
Gregory currently down?
He is on his back. You can see slight movement, but
Go check Gregory.
I want to go
Yeah,
to see check Greg.
I'm immediately going to go to him.
I guess I'll loot the necromancer.
alright. Go ahead and make an investigation check while they all surround their friend. So you find absolutely nothing. So, what do you guys do? You're all gathered around Gregory.
What's he?
I'm going to kneel beside him and see if he's still conscious.
So you take off his helmet, and you can see, like, he is still conscious, but you can see now there is, like, his face, which was normally pale, is starting to get dry and cracked.
Yeah.
And and you can hear his breathing is very labored.
Seems that you.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine. Really, it is. And as you kind of lift him up, he is a lot lighter than you would assume.
I guess we've succeeded in the task you were given then.
It would seem so. And you all
How's you
kept
feel,
your
old man?
light. I think that's the easiest way.
I see.
Don't cry. I already told you all. At the end, only one of us in our group would not return. And I made it clear that would be me.
Of course.
You finished your battles and you wish to return to your afterlife. Or finally make it there, I guess.
My objective is clearly done. He kind of looks towards you, Fortune. And despite all that, you remained. I would have thought you would have ran at the first instance. He's saying this to you, Fortune, by the way.
Not many places to hide in the swamp. The numbers seem better.
Well, maybe you should think about that for your future, rather than spending it in a tree. And you kind of watch at this point as, like, parts of his armor begin to, like, the leg part of his armors kind of seem to weaken slightly, and you actually watch as one of the foot parts of it just falls flat, and there is nothing but ash coming from the leg part.
I thank you.
He kind of looks up towards you, and you can see as he does, like, you see more of his, like, teeth showing as his cheeks are kind of, as his face is starting to turn to ash.
Yeah.
I should be the one that should be thanking you.
I've never just thank you for all that you've done to help me.
I merely gave you the push.
Don't know yet, but
I merely gave you the push that you need. The
I'm
journey
going to
is for you.
grab onto his holy symbol and that keep the
She roboting for anyone else, sadly.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
is.
That sucks.
But I heard what she said.
Yeah, something
Can
about
I
grabbing
take
the
out my
collectible.
rapier and sort of plant it into the ground and in a show of honor?
You watch this just with one of his arms as he grabs his sword and with shaky arm just lifts it up towards you, Nemesis.
I'm going to grab onto it.
He still holds onto it, but you can tell that he's letting you take most of the weight. Return this to the crypt, where it belongs. Whatever else on my person is all yours. Never lose
I'm
sight.
sorry. Cut out for me.
Sorry.
Can you repeat
He
that?
said, return the sword to the crypt, where it belongs. Everything else on my person, do what you wish. He says over a smile, and then he just looks at you and says, you all have your journeys. They're just beginning. I'm honored that you all could see me to the end of mine. And he closes his eyes, and as he does, you watch as basically the rest of him turns completely into ash.
It was an honor.
Get some rest, old friend.
From her. I put a hand on Nemesis's shoulder. I know it's hard. You were, I can tell, you were very close to him. Think of it like this, though. He was drawn from a world far from his own. Having to know that he was separated from everyone he ever loved, everything that he ever knew, all of it was gone. And we managed to help him find the peace he needed.
Mm-hmm. He was forced
And
away
we
from
were here for the end.
He was forced to awaken from his eternal slumber, and just wished to return to it. I accept that his desire to do that.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna stand up with the sword, trying to stop crying.
If there's anything I can tell about whatever afterlife there may be, it's that those who have departed from us, that we have gotten to know, will be watching over us. And now, Nemesis, Gregory's definitely going to be watching over you, so in a way he's never going to be gone.
I always thought that all of our holy paladin orders were bullshit, and that everyone was just filth and liars, and Gregory showed me that there was more to that. Not everyone is like that.
Indeed, there are exceptions to it.
Aye.
Might have just become worse as time went on. A lot of these organizations, from what I can tell, just used to be good.
Clearly something wrong happened over those 700 years.
I don't think that they were ever good. It's people who are good and bad. And I hope that despite where I come from and my flaws, that one day I can be a person like him.
I think now we all wish to be more like him. Though I might just be speaking for myself too.
You all can inspect the bodies if you want. I need a minute.
At that note, I will slip away and check the bodies.
All right, investigation check.
I'm gonna walk away.
I wanted to. I was curious at
Wait,
examining
can I take any of Gregory's ashes so that I can return those to the crypt?
Sure.
I wanted to take a look at the pendant that the
Okay,
necromancer
then.
had. Wasn't that the one that it used to summon the demon?
All right. Go ahead and make an Arcana check for the necklace.
I want to see if
All right. Fortune. So, are you including like all the bodies, including Gregory's remains, or just the evil ones?
It's a very awkward moment. She is not touching Greg's remains.
Okay. From what you can tell from this necklace, Floriana, it clearly was used to house the demon. Whether it was against his will or not, you're not too sure.
Does it seem like a bad idea to maybe keep it?
You don't know. I would say with that 12, you wouldn't know. Fortune, you find about 8 copper, 6 silver, and 2 gold mixed among the bodies. And you also find the White's sword, which it's essentially a short sword, but it is incredibly like sharp and jagged. It's almost like obsidian black, but it's essentially a short sword.
I guess I'll keep the necklace and maybe see if I can get examined by another wizard. And I'll look over the. I guess can I also investigate the necromancer, see if it has anything else of note? Yeah.
Go ahead and make an investigation check. 14. You find a leather journal inside one of its pockets.
Okay. Do I notice anything particularly bad about it to maybe open it?
I mean, that would be checking for traps or checking for magic.
Guess I'll do another arcana check to see if it might, curse me with blindness or something.
Okay. You have no idea.
Well, that sucks.
Open it.
You know what, spell usage has been kind of low. I think I'm just going to flat out use detect magic now.
Okay. So you cast detect magic. So you wait 10 minutes. And you finish the spell. You sense the magic in the obelisk. But it is incredibly faint. It appears that most of the magic was dispersed when it was shattered. You don't sense any magic coming from the journal, and you sense magic coming from the necklace.
Okay. Well, now that I decided that I'm pretty sure I'm not going to open it and boom, I'll open it and see what it seems to be.
All right. So, looking inside, you notice that it's a diary, basically. It begins, like the first several pages are in common. It seems to be talking about a bandit that has been going on hunting areas to the north of Exeter. But you notice the date. The date is about 25 years ago. But as you get about a quarter of the way through, the handwriting style and the language itself changes. What languages do you know again, Floriana?
I know Common, Draconic, Elvish, and Dwarvish.
You cannot read the second language.
Can I see if I get an idea of what language it would be, or do I have to maybe?
I would say you'd have to do a spell for that one. Like it's a.
Like I can't even determine. I can't even determine if it is a different language. What it is.
All you know is it's a language you don't know.
Okay.
Can I look over to the book?
Yeah, and you can read it because it's an infernal.
Okay.
I was actually thinking about.
I'll read further then.
So as you read the next bit, the first thing you notice is a lot of spite. And it seems to be, it definitely is coming from someone else. It talks about getting back at someone they call that uptight bitch and her little savers. And it goes into detail about a plan to raise the army of of undeath, just to cause as much havoc as possible. It clearly mentions that they don't intend to get with their objective. They just want to cause as much hell as possible to Exeter. It then goes a little bit later talking about how it was able to summon a demon and bend it to its will using this magical item it had formed. And at the end, it mentions about speaking to essentially one of their fallen comrades, before it got to the last bit where it actually mentions about the irony of raising the Rona nobles up to attack Exeter. And then the final page, it goes into detail about what had happened in the crypt, about your attack and the subsequent escape, and mentioning about the Bone Swamps being the next best place to raise an army. And that was the last entrance in that journal.
While they were reading that, can I down the healing potion that I was given?
Sure.
Can I
What do I roll for
who?
that?
I think it's...
What were you gonna say?
Can I infer who who she was referring to spitefully as that bitch?
Yeah, I was gonna basically ask him if he had an inference of that.
You would have no idea. Because, there's a lot of people that are in Exeter that could be female. So you would have to ask around. All you know is that, looking at the dates, the first entrance with this Infernal one was 25 years ago. And it's sporadically filled in over the years. And as for what you roll, Fortune, it's 2d4 plus 2.
So, based on
Plus
these
two?
dates, it's probably not Nemesis that she's mad at?
Unless Nemesis is older than she's letting on, then no.
Besides, isn't Nemesis from Jerahan?
Yeah.
Not Exeter.
Well, she says.
That's what she says.
You don't know. Alright. So, is
I don't
that...
think my detect magic doesn't reveal anything about Nemesis' celestial nature, does it? Not really.
No.
I was just curious, because you could be standing close enough for that effect.
Because it's not, because it's technically that's detecting a magic, it's not detecting a race.
Yeah,
'Cause you're-
I didn't think so, but,
Alright, so,
well, I guess we can...
has all business been concluded then, in the swamp?
We should be heading back to our horses and
yeah.
to rest.
Seems like the necklace was used to bind the demon. We could ask...
From what you can tell, the necklace was instrumental on binding the demon to this plane and basically obeying, making it obey. You don't know if it was the case, because from what it looks like, the demon was bound to this necromancer for at least the last 10 years.
I'll share the information that I got with everyone, though.
All right. So, if everyone's business is concluded, then
I was gonna look over to see if there's anything to note on Gregory. Maybe give something to Nemesis.
the only thing that remains is his pack and his armor.
Can I look through the pack?
There's not a whole lot in the pack. There is
Before she
some.
tries to touch it, I'm gonna like yell at her to get away right now.
Okay. Do you still continue to search through despite the warning yelled at you, or not?
I'll
Okay,
back
so-
away.
Okay.
I don't have the
Alright,
health
I'm
to deal
going
with
to
this.
grab onto the pack.
Okay. So, I assume you don't look through the pack then?
I'm going to look through it for anything useful, anything I can keep.
So,
Like,
you.
Book
What was
to
the
get
information?
reminders or something.
So
What was
you.
that information regarding that bandit again? Yes, I thought
Basically, it's so Delson basically explains that that the at the very beginning it mentions about this person getting back at or do you mean the first half? Do you mean the infernal
The
half?
first
or
half, the stuff that I could read.
So
I
the
was writing
infernal
information
half
about that.
appears. It's in common. It's rather messy writing, and it seems to just be mentioning about just various plans about places to rob and such. It seems to be just like someone keeping a record of their various banditry. Like they talk about good stuff, bad stuff, new recruits, and everything. But nothing particularly, nothing of note.
Yeah, I'll change it to a sure.
All right, and
But at the same time, then the dates seem to mention that the necromancer had it for like also 25 years too.
yes. Like at the last part of it, before it goes into Infernal, it mentions how they had gotten a big haul, and they have someone who would fetch a nice price in a ransom, and then the page after is when the Infernal starts.
I'm guessing there's probably no information about where I could find that hole from 25 years ago.
Nope, not as far as you're aware. Nemesis, looking in the pack, you find not a whole lot. You see about 2 or 3 amounts of rations, some rope, a small money pouch which contains the now 700-year-old cash, basically, including the singular electrum, which no one cares about.
But you can keep it. Put it in your inventory. Notes you have 1 electrum.
And you see a small, recently written note.
All right, I'm going to. Oh God, I'm crying
Wait,
again.
you say there was a
Ah.
nose?
I'm going to take the note and read it.
Yeah, you're reading it out loud, or?
No, I'm reading it to myself.
There you go.
Wish I had more land. But, get it since I do it a lot. I'm ready to get it. I think at level
Dang it.
languages. How can I learn more languages, actually? That's
You'd have to be taught it.
I know there's the one feat, but you mentioned some of the specifics about weird feats where, like, the only thing I could say is that maybe at that level I could say that I've learned languages that the group
You would
knows.
need to spend some time with a teacher, basically. Being taught the
All right, I'll
language.
go ahead and.
But could I teach him like Gnomish, for instance, since I can speak Gnomish?
Yeah, if you gave it enough time.
After reading what he wrote, I'll go ahead and tell them it. Also, I am gonna keep the Electrum as a souvenir. No one cares
Lucky
about
coin.
it, but I will keep it.
The lucky coin.
All right.
I
If
thought
that's
you should
if that's the
keep them.
case, if you showing it to everyone, then I shall just throw it into the main
Yeah.
thing. So, so reading it, you can see that it was actually a letter that Gregory had made. It is clear from how it's worded that he was essentially intending to bail in the night to finish this himself. And this was his way of saying farewell.
I have one electrum. I'm never ever gonna use it, but it's mine.
It's literally worthless. Congratulations.
It is in Karmora,
It
700
means a
after
lot to
Pterodont.
me.
Sedimentally, it means a lot.
Oh, I know.
So, is that the business concluded in the area then?
Seems like this note
Yep.
was written before they left the town. Kinda.
So, with your business concluded and your objective now clear, you leave the remains of the obelisk and the necromancer and the armor of Gregory Rona, now finally at rest.
We said we could take his armor and it disappear.
He said, do what you will.
I mean,
Can
All he asked was his
Hey,
sword
man.
returned to his
Put it back and
crypt.
put it back. We
thought
really should take his
Actually-
armor and put it back in the crypt, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
he could, or Nemesis can keep it. It'd be better armor for her.
It is plate armor, by the way.
What are we?
Is that better
Yes.
than mine?
Isn't it also bright spark plate?
It is very worn, but yes, technically it is bright. It is for the order of bright spark, but it's so damaged. It's so worn out through time that it could be classified as, any old armor. But yes, plate armor
God,
gives you
honestly, Nemesis is about to become like a freaking pagan.
plate
I'm gonna
armor
take the
gives you an AC of 18.
Of 18?
Yes.
Alright.
It weighs 65 pounds.
Jeez.
As
Oh,
Nemesis
boy.
becomes.
Didn't heavy armors start affecting your dexterity AC?
Yeah, no dexterity for this. It is a flat 18 AC.
Okay.
Your dexterity has no
Alright.
effect on this.
Which is why people who decide to wear heavy armor usually don't care about dexterity.
Yes,
And how much was that? 65?
65 pounds.
Jeez.
Alright, so I'm over encumbered.
That's good.
All right. So, as I said,
I'm gonna take
Keep
this
it-
armor, I'm gonna take this electrum.
Keep it close. Do you think you're gonna wear the armor in the battle? In honor or something?
we'll find out. We don't know.
Oi, I'm
Done.
so sad.
So,
Same.
as you gather up the remains of your spoils and leave, leaving what little ashes you couldn't get of Gregory behind. That's what we're going to call it for this session. I feel like this session was just me bullying Peach.
Yes.
Kinda was.
And I'm sorry for that.
Well, she was the only one who just charges in the battle. It was like literally only.
Well, also as well, this was kind of like, this is essentially like a mini arc for
stop
her.
it, Balam.
This was practically a
Stop
mini
it.
arc for her. So,
What?
Nothing.
so let me just add up your XP because that was a lot of XP you guys got for that.
And
we
character
find now?
development.
And character
Oh,
development, and I made somebody cry again.
2
My
weeks of emotional
surrogate
trauma
dad
later.
Died. Let's get experience. Oh.
Yep, I'm just...
Nemesis' dad died.
essentially, I mean, Peach, you said as well, didn't Nemesis consider Gregory essentially the father she never had?
Yeah. That's very sad.
And as
So
it just...
He can't stop crying.
Okay, so that and that and that. So if I add that...
It's like gonna take me a while to recover from this.
So is Fortune gonna stick around with us?
You don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, if we give her food, she'll probably stick
Give her
around like
food.
Gration
Like
did.
a dog or something?
Yeah, just like we did with Gration.
This is how we keep getting party members. We just keep offering them food.
Okay. I'm sorry, Peach.
It's okay. It's great. It's just so sad.
Pat, there. It'll be alright.
Tom, stop being mean to my girlfriend.
I'm not doing this intentionally, I swear.
I will come up to southern Manchester and beat the shit out of you.
You know what? Just because of all that shit that everything went through, I'm gonna just, and because of how close it is, I'm gonna say you guys level.
Level 5!
Yay!
Cool. Round
Level
level.
5.
Ooh.
Like, I'm just gonna fucking give you this level up, because that is 2 times in a row that everything's just being made sad. So I'm gonna give you guys a level up, especially since that is significant, like, development stuff that's happened for everybody.
2 weeks, 2 dead characters.
2
What's
dead
gonna be
characters,
next?
a lot of emotion, and it's just, that was the end of a big old mini-arc, essentially.
Oh, sweet, I can uncanny dodge now.
Yep. So
Get
you
it.
all
Level
are now
you can
5th
dodge.
level.
Oh
I
my!
love this game. It's great.
I'm
Oh, I think
sorry!
my inspiration and cutting words also got boosted.
Oh, guys, I've got some good news.
Yeah?
I get an extra attack.
Yeah, so
too.
does Nemesis.
Yep.
At first level, your maximum tree increases by whenever you gain a level in this class.
Yeah.